Okay, as much as I kind of wanted to just,
Anyone else gonna use their camera by chance or no?
I can't.
I also can't tonight.
I can only.
I would, but you know.
Yeah.
So we'll just focus it on Fluffy. So
If I was more presentable, maybe, but for right now, it's just.
Yeah, I've got it on my face. I'm gonna avoid canning.
Hi.
Still wishing these three servers right here had channels where I could, you know, like just throw it, you know, thing. Because each one has.
Oh, right.
Oh, holy crap! This server actually has a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh. Out to that one.
Crap. Misbuttoned. Oh no.
Oh.
I heard myself on a delay. Well, not myself. I heard someone on a delay.
Oh dear.
I accidentally hit the little switchy thing at the top that says chat only, and then disabled chat only, and then suddenly shenanigans.
So. Well, we left off. There was a large fight. You know, like you do.
Whoops.
One of the artifacts has been claimed now. What that means, we'll find out later. Anyways.
Yeah. I'm sure that's fine.
You know, well, well, it's supposed to really help you defeat this thing, so it can't be all bad.
Poor Hodgepodge got his butt touched by a mysterious light. He did not like it.
Power surge!
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So, yeah. You guys have probably spent the remainder of that day licking your wounds.
Slightly.
Because that was painful.
Yeah. And it could have gone.
Though you guys did pretty good, surprisingly. You guys did a ton of damage to it. Like, I'm looking at these numbers and it's just like I could tell when its turn went, and between rounds, even with the resistance, it was taking a massive amount of damage.
I think I'm about to lose tabletop.
Oh no! Ah, you did.
Bye.
I'm really hoping that
I can
Sanctity
sense
doesn't have
these
another
things.
one of those.
So.
No, probably something worse. It's fine.
It's fine.
Let us tempt fate. Why not?
You probably some things of note. Some of you would notice is as you guys are kind of in your common areas and kind of trying to collect yourselves and figure out, as you guys are apparently now flying in a flying base.
Whoa.
Rinn, make a perception check.
Oh gosh, why me? Why me? What did I do? I've already screwed everything up. Why are you doing this to me?
How could this
Don't worry, just roll a one,
me?
and then nothing will
Don't.
Not wrong.
Okay, perception.
I still have cornbread. Sorry.
It helps open the energy sheet. I know I'm forgetting something.
Right.
Have we had a long rest since things have occurred?
Yeah, you haven't quite rested yet. It's basically been lounging around, just trying to make sure your bodies are bruised. It hurts to move, but you haven't long rested quite yet.
Okay, cool. And unless I have advantage, that's an 8.
Oh, that's enough because he
Ew.
rolled 4 minus plus 0 technically. You see, Seal is kind of been moving around a lot. You see him handing a paper to a Hodgepodge and talking to a Hodgepodge, and a Hodgepodge, alrighty, and just kind of turns and walks away. And you see this transaction a few times through the remainder of this day.
Rinn furrows her brow, and she's probably like lying very hurt, just kind of lying still on the couch, and just kind of looking over, like, back at somebody, going, "Hey, Seal? What's going on?"
I'll explain tomorrow. How does that sound?
I would rather all bad news to occur today, please.
Then we'll wait till tomorrow, because I don't think it should, as far as I'm aware, it's not going to be bad news.
Okay.
And Grail's kind of standing there. Well, sitting in a chair next to you is you're kind of just like sprawled out, like, oh, it hurts to move.
Everything hurts. Everything hurts.
Sirris at some point grabbing a glass of wine.
Maribelle's probably spending time with Jay.
Or 3.
Jane is probably
in the middle of the common rooms of you guys as well, and just talking to you, Maribelle, just kind of like, because when she interjected, all she saw was this monster, it get killed, and you just appear out of nowhere. So she has no fucking clue what happened.
Good times.
Maribelle does mention, she would have been like, did you know this monster's stomach was an extra dimensional pocket made of cement? Or
Good
made
times.
of brick?
No, you got eaten?
I was not happy with it either. I literally tried to stab it until it died, and that was not fun.
So that's that conversation going on. At this point, it's around evening. You guys have... yeah, okay. At
That's
this
fine.
point, Lilia actually comes around the corner.
Yeah, Lena also finished the lingerie Seth wanted and is currently showing him that.
Oh gosh. Now is not the time for that.
You guys see, and you all know who Lilia is and what she looks like and all that, because
Oh,
mainly
yeah.
of the stories and stuff like that, and
We met her once.
you've
The
met her
original
once, yeah.
Horded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Beren
hasn't-
she was also in the training room, if anyone knows.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
been
right.
there times too. So I mean, Beren, you would have seen her around, and you
Yeah, I
would
would've
you would
seen her
know of
there.
her as well. 'Cause
You have to
they're
remind
the
me a little
heroes.
bit. Or both of us know of lore at least.
They were she's one of the 4 heroes that stopped the corruption.
Huh.
She kind of walks in and she goes, "All right, I need a volunteer."
It just
A
looks like,
volunteer for what?
Aaron raised his hand without asking.
All right.
And
Wait a
Beren
minute.
was about to lift a glass.
Well, I needed to test security.
As security.
Aaron Bohr perks up at that.
What would you like me to do?
Well, I just need which common room is yours and which room is yours.
Is there like a specific like naming for our common room?
It's actually called the High Rollers.
Yeah.
I mean the high rollers in this room.
All right, so you point out your rooms, and she backs up and she instructs you to lock each door, and she pulls out a small table and kind of sets it in front of the one lock. And you guys can all see this because you guys are all in the main, like the public common room. And she sets down. She pulls out this small object. Looks like probably about that tall, like a garden gnome figure.
Can I
Okay.
Arcana that thing?
Ah.
And she sets it down in front. You can go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh
I love that. I love every time that Drag and Fox go, oh no, or start giggling, I just know it's going to be so good.
Out of character, I know exactly what this is, but I want to see if I know in character.
Right.
Character sheets are loading.
The stories I told before, wasn't it?
With a 5
Okay.
and no training in Arcana, there's
22.
no one Beren knows what it is.
Yes, you've heard of this item. It's not a very common item.
That's a 19.
This is known as a nitpicker. Apparently, it can pick locks
Oh.
twice a day.
Oh.
Rinn's gonna love this thing.
So
And hate
she
it.
sets it in front of it, and it starts to animate and kind of move, and looks at this complex lock now placed in front of it. Turns and looks up at Lilia. Really? I thought the guy with the glitter fetish was bad.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Well then.
Oh my god, Zen.
I know exactly who he's talking about!
Lilia is just the nose bridge pinch.
He kind of turns, seeing the now everyone gawking, probably, I assume, at this point, the talking little miniature gnome.
Maribelle's not gawking. She's just kind of like, that's cool. Sketch time.
Oh, great, I have an audience. He starts kind of working, he's like looking at it and kind of trying to figure out how this thing works, and he kind of glances over, see who he see first.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Everybody else will laugh. Whoever he picks.
I see Victoria's not there. I need to take her token out of here as well.
Oh no. Spasms.
Hold the breath. There we go.
Drink some water.
All right.
I have cold coffee.
I mean, that works too, I suppose.
He looks at Rinn with this roll.
no!
Why?
that's
Why?
Oh boy.
Why do you do this to me, Fluffy?
Don't worry.
You made
You're only
Don't
the
blame
first.
Fluffy. Look, don't blame Fluffy. Blame the dice god.
You're
Always gotta look to the
Blame the
leader.
dice god.
Kind of as he looks over at Rinn. I assume you're still kind of sprawled out on the couch looking at this.
I'm
sit up?
peeking over the. I sat up and I'm just kind of looking over the back of the couch, like I could fall back at any second, but I'm just kind of staring at this thing.
Oh, hey. I guess Rinn, right?
Yeah.
So, how's your new combat armor? Huh? What do they call them? PJs? Tested well?
Not.
He's called nitpicker for a reason.
Oh my gosh! Why? Of all the people to be picking on right now, this is not good.
I
It's
almost
fine.
want to say,
You're
I
just
almost
a
want to say Maribelle's back in her lingerie just because it's comfortable.
So, remember how I said I like the Hodgepodge because he was a smartass?
Oh, you're gonna love him.
I love this guy!
He is a smartass.
That's great.
Exactly!
He's a cantankerous gnome. as
I
he
love
says
it.
his
For
comment,
your information.
he immediately shifts
Go
his
ahead.
attention to someone else.
Oh.
Mhm.
Rinn goes to her room and slams the door behind her.
No, Rinn, where are you going?
She's gone.
Sirris.
Oh no!
He looks at
Just
you.
kind of looking at, like, eyes from the side, just sipping on beverages.
Turns to the lily and goes, "You guys don't have a spider problem, do you?"
I
No?
would
Good,
guess
then you don't have to worry
no.
about this whole place burning down.
Garthag raises his hand. That only happened once.
Yeah, now you're banned from a tavern.
And not like I'm going back to it.
Not like you could go back to it.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
Is
Bringing
that
us back to session
Not wrong.
0!
About
Oh!
it is it doesn't have to be there for the events.
Nope. Meta knowledge, motherfucker. She's got it.
That's amazing.
Can I play a nitpicker?
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Oh,
You are not
no.
allowed.
Who?
J. Or not J. It's all the J on the fucking token. Lucky.
Oh, great.
He turns to you,
Oh
Lucky,
no.
as he's kind
Oh.
of now actually got his hand underneath inside the slot. And Cameron goes, God, son of a... I hate these complex locks. How you feeling there, Lucky?
Good.
You look famished. Get this guy some dirt.
And he gets up and walks away without another word.
And at that point, Garthag realizes. Okay, at that point, Garthag realizes that's a reference to why Lucky looks so jittery. Wait, is that what you were craving?
No comment. As he goes into his room.
Why is everybody leaving?
I don't know.
Look at Beren, that's amazing.
That's weird. Dun,
Meanwhile,
dun.
the fox,
Oh, right.
the fox, and the fox
Beren's
girl is
weird.
laundry. I was like, huh?
Oh no.
Embarrassment. That's the way to make people run away.
He looks at Beren and goes,
I don't know how well that would work in combat.
not really sure I can say much that he would even understand.
Oh no!
But
How dare!
Ouch.
to be fair,
Be bear what?
to be fair, not bear, fair. I know that's a hard thing for you to understand.
Are you suggesting I don't know the concept of fairness?
No,
I think this is an insult on my integrity.
you have clearly have concept of fairness and hugging large tattooed men.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with hugging large tattooed men.
No, there's not.
You know-
Not in this new.
You know, and you know what's
universe.
funny? Maribelle would look at Garthag and be like, huh, I didn't know you swung that way.
Shunted fox girl.
She just giggles.
Swing? What? Was he swinging where?
Never mind,
So
Batman.
much.
And Maribelle immediately chimes up like, oh, it's fine. He just wants to swing his great axe at you.
Sirris has a hodgepodge
Don't worry.
to more glasses of wine.
Thug's already swung his great axe at me plenty. You need to do it some more?
Oh my.
As you say that,
I'd be happy to take you to the sparring room anytime.
Oh.
Maribelle.
Maribelle's
Here
like,
we go.
oh, is it my turn to get horribly embarrassed? Oh, please do.
I could, but I really
You know
don't
this
think I
good.
need to repeat what's in that book and company.
Oh,
Oh,
That's right, meta knowledge.
And you know what's funny? Maribelle just says, you're kind.
No, I just have
Oh, no.
standards.
gosh. Oh my god. I love it. Holy crap.
Maribel's still grinning, and she's like, oh, I do too. Mine are just lower than yours.
Yes.
Ooh, I just realized something. This could be interesting.
Well, and kind of. See, there's only 2 more. So odds and
boy.
evens.
Seth, Garthag, and Grail,
Yeah,
right?
and she would also
Oh,
say,
Grail is still in the
Grail's-
room because
Actually,
no, I did not let Grail in my
Wait.
room. He stayed put.
Oh, he would've
I
gone
did
in
not
that
let him.
actually,
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, so
technically
he
Jane's in here. Technically Jane's in here too.
Ooh.
Oh boy, all of
it
you.
wouldn't. I'm about to say there's somebody else in there too, Fluff.
Seth?
Oh,
Probably, but say Seth, Erenbor.
Yeah, Seth's there, but really he only targets the players of the main campaign than he does
Okay, good. Good.
the NPCs.
Keep it that way.
So, odds, evens, odds.
Getting ready for the facepalm.
Let's see.
Definitely getting ready for the facepalm.
Yeah, Maribelle's definitely gonna be like,
No.
surprised you didn't mention Victoria. That incident.
Oh, I could have gone a lot worse for you, but big guy.
Yeah.
No,
Wrong big guy.
Not yet. Bald one.
Yes.
So, tell me, how good is a bounty hunter that can't catch the one that just ran away?
Oh my gosh!
Eh?
Say that again, Fluff.
He goes, how good is a bounty hunter that can't catch the one that just ran away? She's kind of tiny and very easy to catch.
For someone who sure claims to know a lot, you don't understand that there was no need for a bounty when there was nothing done wrong.
Right.
Stop your nonsense. Stop your nonsense. Bless.
Hey, dog man.
Seth just glances at him.
Dog man.
So, how was the running away like a scared little girl?
He smirks and just flips him off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He does it right back.
Is he still picking the lock while this is going on?
Yeah.
He's still trying to
Yes.
get it in there. And all of a sudden you hear the door opens.
Oh,
And he then unanimates. Back
bless.
into... Well, that...
In question, the
You can open
Nicodemus
this one lock.
Gets up and walks around with his sword and leaves the room.
Right, so what did you need to volunteer for?
She wanted to make sure it was okay for you guys to... For her to basically break into your rooms with a lock-picking gnome.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it was
she's
just
gonna
like,
now use it in your room and does it more privately this time because she's like, maybe.
Maribelle actually stands up and walks a little closer and is like, "You're doing the vault next, aren't you? I want to watch this."
No, I'm gonna try the room first, and then tomorrow I'll try more higher security.
Okay.
I can only do this twice a day.
Hmm.
Oh, there's a nitpicker for you.
I don't.
I want to play one.
Here he is.
No.
He literally, it says he nitpicks the party's actions up to this point in the story.
Oh my god.
Well, he's picking the lock.
Better question. How useful would this creature be in the Curse of Strahd campaign?
No.
Oh.
We don't have a
No.
rogue.
No. No. We are not. No. No.
No, 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 no.
Got nowhere to run.
Question is, do you really need a third gnome?
No, we do not. Please. Tara's had enough of the babysitting.
So at this point,
Rinn's still hiding in the room.
Yeah, Rinn is still in her room.
After he's done, he does actually get into Beren's room a lot easier than the first door.
Alright.
It's like after he's tried it once, he seems to have remembered how it works.
Well, that's a problem.
Grail knocks at your door. Everything all right?
Eh?
It's not really a sufficient answer.
I love it so much.
Do you need
Even in
help?
life, he's still a Grail.
I think he's even sassier now that he's alive.
He goes, you need help. If anything.
I have no idea.
He's just standing there staring at the door.
Yeah, he's just kind of just staring at the door. Goes, well, if you need to talk about anything, past life, I guess. No, I was a leader, so it's if you need advice in that regard or anything, I am here.
That's a low blow.
Well, he's trying to help. He's not like
Yeah.
Trying to
Words are
help.
difficult, man. Words are
True.
very, very difficult.
That's very true.
because
That's very
he's well aware that she's not used to being a leader.
He's seen her not be a leader so much.
And I mean, sometimes you need someone who's been in that position to talk to. That's why he's viewing it.
Yeah. The door kind of cracks open, and instead of like where she would normally be standing, like her height, she's down on the floor. She was sitting up against the door.
He kind of looks to where you should be, and then looks down.
It was a bad day.
And they happen, yes.
She'll let him in.
Comes in.
Lean back up against the door and shut it behind her. She's
He-
still sitting on the ground.
He sits on the ground and kind of cross-legged, and he kind of places the glaive across the lap and kind of sits in a resting position.
That could have gone a lot worse. And it almost did. And it was my fault.
We make mistakes. All of us.
Yeah, but not every one of those mistakes gets people.
Only ones in our position. And he kind of tenses as he says that himself.
You said you were once a leader.
Yes, I was a leader of an order of paladins. We were mostly designed on protecting the temple, but also we would be sent out to hunt undead.
Sounds about right.
You think this mistake makes you a worse leader?
I almost got parts of my family killed. So, yes.
Well, it makes you a better leader than me, I guess, then.
That I doubt.
Oh. You almost. I didn't.
Oh. Ouch.
There was a lich. We sent out a scouting team to gauge how much power we got information back. Found a way in. Thought we knew what we were getting into. I thought I knew what we were getting into. They all perished before me. Only to be brought back and face against me.
Huh. Sounds like my worst nightmare.
Yes, and it was the last memory I had before I fell.
Oh. Had wanted to ask about that, but seems like that it was a subject.
It's a hard one to talk about.
That's fair.
No, you are not a worse leader for making a mistake. Even if it leads to the same mistake that I made. You're only a worse leader if you don't realize you made a mistake. Because then you were doomed to repeat it.
That's very true.
I feel... I don't know how, because I no longer can see the fate lines. But in the infight, I did not feel like we would have lost anyone.
That's good news, though it seems a lot of the times fate and I tend to disagree.
Yes, and you usually win. It's that stubborn nature. Allows you to pull the fate line.
Laughing Jay.
What are you talking about?
She kind of smirks. Just a little bit, like, she's not 100% better. It's probably also due to she's still in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Rinn wasn't that hurt in the fight, was she?
Oh no, she's down to 14. I almost went down.
I think what, you got hit by one attack? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got hit by like 1 to 2
attack.
at least.
No, yeah, two.
Yeah. Everyone's
Because
the
one
fall,
put me
but
down to
it's
30.
you're still sore, even though you're
yeah.
healed.
Yeah.
It's not I mean, you guys are kind of used to it. I mean, someone who's not used to this and being healed after being hurt would not be in a standing position or walking condition. You guys are kind of used to it at this point.
We kind of do this shit on a daily basis. This is
So he sees his mark and goes, "No matter what, I will always be by your side, even if I am no longer technically your protector. I will still protect. And if you need any guidance, me and your friends are always able to help you."
I really hope I can live up to that same expectation and make sure that nothing decides to steal everything away from me again. I won't let it happen.
Neither will your friends, and neither will I.
Ow.
Maribelle's laying cards on the table, and she's got a look of, I'm not okay with this.
Maybe next time I won't be in pajamas.
Maybe that would be best.
To be fair, I didn't know what we were getting ourselves into today.
To be fair, I probably should not have slept in my breastplate. I am not used to this sleeping again.
You'll get there.
He kind of like, he's kind of like rubbing his neck. You can tell he's a little sore from sleeping in the breastplate.
Oh, I got some learning to do. It's fine, I guess. Shut up.
Also, how many glasses of wine can Sirris have before con saves come into play?
37,000.
At this point, how many have you had? It's been a few hours.
2.
Okay. We'll
Only
say
2 in a few hours. Wow.
she nurses them. You don't down
Yeah,
the
wine
fucking
is for-
wine.
Yeah, no, wine is for
favorite.
sipping. Ale is for downing,
Yeah.
which Rinn has probably had by this point.
Speaking of ale. No.
4 this time.
Okay.
So once you reach 4, then you'll start needing to make conflict saves.
Do
So
I
he
want
goes,
that beer?
standing there and goes, or sitting down. He goes, "Is there anything else I can help you with?"
No, you can leave so I can change, because everything's kind of a bloody mess, and...
He nods.
Seth has an outfit you can change into
Mother of God.
Rinn actually is not aware that the outfit is ready, I don't think. I think she was
Nope.
very much focused on trying to get herself back into a good mental state.
It would be a much
Lena
preferable
walked up-
shirt for jammies.
Lena walked over to Seth and gave him the full rundown, showing him how to put it on, how to easily take it off, everything.
Oh my gosh!
She's got it like in a box outside her door right now. It's just wandering
Yeah,
around.
Oh
Grill,
my God.
as you stand up, Grill
I'll
opens
stand
the door.
up, yeah. What?
There's a box.
There's a box.
I mean, thank you for stating the obvious, but
With Maribelle probably being outside that room, she's just giggling. She's like, "Birdman, you are still super adorable."
Thank you. I'm still confused. Why is there a box here?
It's a present from Seth.
I love it.
I'm sorry, it's a what? From who?
I'm sorry, I didn't say anything.
She said a present. She said a present from Seth.
Girl, you're gonna need to leave and let that box be my thing to open, okay?
He's already was on his way out. He goes, and just walks. And then
I take the box
starts
back into my room and
unstrapping
shut the
armor
door.
this time. And he's not going to sleep in that breastplate because that was sore.
Mistakes were made.
And he's,
Look, I also wear a breastplate. That's why I was like, I'm in my pajamas, and we're just going to the lab in the morning, and she had a rough night, so she's in her pajamas, and this is where we're at.
yeah, so he actually sets it because he's going to sleep. He sleeps on one of the couches right now because he doesn't have a room.
We're still working on that.
And he sets it. It's he puts it very nice and bundled, and he kind of makes it so takes as least room as possible, and it's just very neat and very respected. As he lays down on the couch, and he goes to sleep.
I open the stupid box that I have received.
I'm gonna
you
love
s-
hearing the description of this.
You you see
I can't.
what can only be described as maybe lingerie, maybe some not so much.
Strings? Am I seeing strings?
Strings and whatever's not a string is definitely see-through.
Huh?
Yeah, that is definitely a present from Seth.
The mischievous little girl had fun making that one, but she's not as little as I think she is.
The player is trying to decide what to do about this. So,
Oh wait, did
back
everybody
to me.
see? Did everybody see Grail come out and then Rinn take that box?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're all,
just gonna look to Maribelle and ask. So what was in that box?
I don't know, ask my daughter. I didn't make it.
Okay.
it's just Grail just passes out.
I'm glad. He does not need to be here for this conversation.
Sirris is just gonna get up and head toward the training room and practice archery until convinced to leave or they pass out.
Maribelle does
You know what the
quick
bad
card.
part is? Bad part is you just took exactly what I was going to say as far as Garthag. You'd probably collect Erenborg and go do the same. Minus the archery part.
Yeah.
Well, Erenborg would probably practice the archery, because, like I said, he's disappointed himself because he went down.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, that was very fair.
Or does he sleep in the common room like Grail does right now?
Oh, Seth sleeps on the couch too, or on a
Yeah,
couch.
so there's two couches that are kind of both occupied by, I assume at this point,
Dang,
two different
that's
people.
not gonna happen.
Maribelle looks
Ooh,
to
what's
Seth
not gonna happen?
Pittsburgh
He
and
has
is like,
one, he just doesn't sleep in it.
Yeah. He does technically have a room.
Maribelle looks to Seth with a smirk, says, "You gonna go knock on his door? You know, I'm tempted to give you my camera so you can take a few pictures, but I almost worry you won't give my camera back."
Oh, you know me so well.
I would like to attempt to
Pictures
steal
of what?
Shadow again.
You attempt what now?
I want to peek open my door. Like, I'm not changing just yet. I'm still in my regular pajamas that are still a bloody mess, but I want to see if I can get Shadow.
Okay. You mean Storm?
Yeah, that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My names are all mixed up.
Go ahead. Make a persuasion check.
Cool. I like persuasion. Gosh
And
dang
that does
it.
go with the stubbornness.
Also, is this a thing of stealthiness too? Because I feel like it could be her.
13? I have food, if that helps.
Probably would get her attention at least.
With food, would that get her attention and make her go to the food? I mean, she knows
She's starting.
Rinn at this point.
Right.
Yeah, she's starting to kind of get used to Rinn, so yeah, at that point she would most likely at least walk over.
And so, Seth, you're kind of laying down. You see Storm perk up and just jump off and start heading toward Rinn's door. Where you can see Rinn is currently they're offering her some food.
He's just watching.
What, you don't want to come help me with this?
Oh. He gets to watch
Sounds like-
her.
There's a dot
Yeah.
dot. Oh,
That moment. And I think at that moment is when Garthag
What do
probably
you need
shutting
help
the
with?
door while leaving. Just,
You need help with something? What's up? I'm at your service.
I... Gosh dang it. Kid. Gosh dang it.
Maribelle just holds up her hand and says,
All red.
yeah, Beren, they need your help in the training room. And Seth needs to go help Rinn alone.
I,
oh my
alone.
god, you broke the DM again.
Oh my gosh, kid.
Seth,
Oh
what
my
kind of things are you
gosh,
capable
kid.
of?
Oh my gosh, kid.
I fucking love
And Maribelle, how do you know they need my help? Garthag hasn't talked to me, and I don't think anyone else has said anything.
Simple. Garthag's in the training room, and he needs his bear man to wrestle.
Oh my!
He likes swinging axes at more people than just me.
Laughing as he's listening to all this.
Come on, Beren. You know
It's not
Garthag
like-
needs you.
It's not like an exclusive wrestling thing.
Hold on. I just said, come on, Beren. You know Garthag needs you. I'm rolling persuasion on this.
Go ahead.
Mother of God.
I
So
don't.
that's
Garthag
a
is
20
not okay with this.
So that's a 29 to convince you that Garthag needs you right now.
Make a wisdom
Okay.
save. I don't think it's gonna matter, but go ahead.
Garthag is not
So-
okay with this, to be fair.
I'm gonna say Baron's feeling pretty persuaded at this point, but he's gonna ask a few more questions.
Okay.
What kind of sense do you mean he needs me? He's strong enough to take care of himself.
Yeah, but you're the best sparring partner he has right now.
Am I?
You're pretty strong.
Actually,
man.
yes.
You use much magic.
Oh gosh.
For context, I was back my head against the headboard.
Bam.
Wait, so you're just listening? Okay. Well, if you say so. I was
Rinn's
gonna-
like, never mind, closes the
Open the
door.
door. No, wait, Rinn.
But
Go on, Beren. They need you. Don't let Rinn distract you. It's all her ploy to get you distracted from helping Garthag.
damn bears.
What?
And so goes back to the
I'm
couch.
going to
What about bears?
keep. I'm going to keep saying this. Okay, I'm going to keep saying this. Garthag is not okay with being used this way.
Yeah.
Very much not okay.
But did
Garthag
Seth say
doesn't
something
even know
about
what's happening.
Yes, he did.
No, Garthag doesn't know
Are
what's
there
happening.
any bears in the area?
But as the person who plays,
What do bears have
as
to
a
do with
person,
this?
as a person who plays Garthag, Garthag is not okay with this.
Yeah.
What?
There
I-
can be a sparring match to determine this.
Is Jane just sitting here watching all this with a grin?
Oh yeah, she is probably just like Seth, just busted out laughing this entire time.
Well, now Seth's just disappointed.
What's with all the laughing anyway? Hold up. Before I go, is there some sort of joke that I'm missing? Can someone explain it to me?
No, there's just something in the water.
You're too innocent.
In the water. You're saying
Yeah.
poisoned. We immediately
Too
to the
much-
hotspots then.
Too
It
much,
just
too much
tastes.
ale.
Is that
It
what
just
Rinn needs
tastes
too?
really good. Oh wait, did I say water? I meant alcohol. Sorry, we're drunk. You should go play.
You haven't. Have you?
I'm
Jane is definitely
really
drinking.
I'm really sneaky. You know, Jay's probably been feeding Maribelle some alcohol.
There's probably about 3 or 4 mugs. Just,
Rinn definitely had alcohol tonight.
yeah. So that's
So what
hilarious.
was in the alcohol?
Alcohol.
Maribelle just looks to Seth and is like,
Seth hasn't been
you're-
drinking, but he orders one.
Seth looks. Maribelle looks to Seth and
Here you
is
go.
like, "You're okay, young prince. Your chariot awaits. Go knock on the princess's door."
I think
There's a
only
princess here?
the bear leaves the room.
Wait, we have royalty in the apprentices?
I mean, technically.
What royalty?
Maribelle Facepalm says, "You do realize Rinn is a noble, right?"
Oh, is she a princess?
No, she is a noble.
Bear man.
I think I understand. You're suggesting that Seth take the role of a prince and going to Rinn, a princess's room, in order to court her.
Yes.
Well, he's actually caught on.
Yes.
Seth down.
That is why you, poor, humble, and innocent knight, needs to leave, so that their
Seth?
courtship can be true.
Seth, I wish you
Are we speaking
the
coitus?
establishment of the kingdom.
I don't need your advice.
Are we talking coitus?
I wasn't giving advice. I'm wishing you luck. Now then, I'm off to wrestle a large tattooed man.
Can I just say one thing? the entire time he's figuring this out, I'm just picturing the picture of Token Beren, and that that meme with all the the numbers and the shapes.
Yes.
That's
my
beautiful.
God.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So Beren has now left the room.
Seth is gonna have a
Yeah.
few drinks.
Was
after
Garthag
all
still
that.
leaning against the door when Beren went for the door?
No,
Garthag is already gone.
We
They're-
were already
he's been
well
gone.
off into the training area.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're all three of them are gone.
So you
I was just
wander
like,
toward
ah,
the room.
that was worth it.
Jane just
And-
is on the floor at this moment.
So,
Oh my god.
I am going to say one last thing over the... Do you need to be familiar with how to use the earpiece to make it so you send messages to only one person?
No, it's by this point it's fairly easy to use.
Yeah, odds are you spend enough time with it. And we're not having another training session for another set of earrings, because that took hours!
Oh gosh.
Well, Beren is going to conveniently forget. So he's going to just send a general message to the high rollers and say,
Oh gosh.
well, Mistress Rinn, I did not know you were royalty. And
Just,
I'm sorry for previous rudeness, and I wish you the best of luck tonight.
That's very
And that's just kind of
Sirris in the training room
public
just like,
channel of...
the fuck?
You're like,
Rinn goes over the earpiece and goes, "Please disregard the last message. I am not royalty under any circumstances. Nobility, yes. Royalty, no. Please go on with your evenings. Have a good night, everybody."
But they said that you and Seth were prince and princess.
Oh my gosh.
Second drink now.
Wait, are you siblings?
Are Garthag and
I
Aaron in the
completely
same training room as me?
misinterpreted.
No!
Yeah, they are. They are.
Beren!
Garthag is-
She is looking at you two
Garthag's next.
going, what the fuck did we miss?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have fun with this, says Garthag.
Maribelle's just kind of, she went to kneel down to help Jane up, and she just winds up falling on top of Jane laughing.
Oh my gosh.
fucking
We've
Beren.
descended into chaos. Thank you, Beren.
I'm going to
Oh.
walk
So, Rinn,
when he takes
by the way, this
Storm
is
and
the kind of
leaves.
messaging function, right? Rinn, then are you... So are you courting Seth, or is he your brother? Or
No.
Maribelle's like, okay, Beren, good job. You should go.
You guys can
play
hear
with
this?
Garthag now.
Yes. Everyone can hear this, Beren.
Oh,
Garthag was
excuse
trying
me,
to
I
fun
meant
with
to ask
this.
you directly.
Also,
I'm still
Maribelle
not
did
familiar
send
with
that.
the earrings.
Also, Maribelle sent that directly to Beren, so no one else heard what Maribelle said.
Oh god.
So-
Oh god, my spleen.
after Beren is sufficiently embarrassed Rinn.
Yep. The mood has passed. Her door is locked.
Seth's mumbling about being
Kinky.
cock-blocked, you know. As he wanders the base.
I apologize for the bear block.
I was drinking coffee, you dick!
Hey, Beren, when do you use the head?
I almost spit it out.
Beren,
So
where do you use that head of yours?
after this point in the
What
training,
about him?
you, Sirris, you've been shooting arrows at wood-plated hodgepodges. At varying different degrees of movements to kind of test in getting used to the bow. You notice one other person is currently, besides like the train room that you guys are in, you can see Garthag and Erenbor. Erenbor is also right next to you, he's shooting arrows at the hodgepodges that are moving and such like that. Garthag is now apparently joined by Beren after some point.
No.
And
As-
someone else
as
has entered the room, is
Garthag
currently
player-
leaning
still not okay with this.
Do I know this individual?
You see... I don't know if you've met this. It's Vi. I don't know if you met her.
She was in the diner-like thing that they first met. Like, there were, Lilia was there,
Right.
just eating there for, Vi's birthday brunch or something?
You see her, this half-elven woman, black hair with more shocks of white than she used to have, rapier to the side, and she's just kind of watching you all train at this moment.
Yeah, Sirris is just gonna focus on her archery, seeing no real reason to bother them right now.
So with is Garthag currently practicing shooting arrows, or is he?
No, Sirris has archery.
Okay.
Garthag and
So is
Erebor
Erebor.
doing. Yeah,
No,
Garthag's
Erebor's also
his own
doing
thing.
archery.
Okay.
What's Garthag
Alright.
doing?
Garthag was slashing at things with his axe.
And you see bots kind of... ting, ting.
Just being mowed down at the moment.
Garthag, I've heard it's highly requested that we wrestle once more.
Who said this?
Maribelle.
Through the earpiece, straight to Maribelle. What the fuck?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Maribelle directly in response says, I sent him as a sparring partner. Whatever he said to you must be coincidental.
She said that rather than helping Rinn, it
No,
was.
I said that directly to Garthag. You have no idea what the fuck I said.
Yeah, I know. I'm responding to Garthag's either silence or, yeah, to what he's saying or not saying.
Beren, what exactly did Maribelle say to you?
Well, I was going to go help Rinn because Rinn asked Seth for help, but then they said it was something that Seth could only do. Then Maribelle said something about a prince and a princess. Are Seth and Rinn related? Never
Oh my
What
gosh!
this later. Royalty shenanigans are so weird. Then I was told that instead of there was some sort of ploy to get me away from the training room, so Maribelle said it was a priority that I come over here and wrestle you immediately.
First, through the earpiece to Rinn. Have fun with your boy toy.
The mood has been dead for at least 15 minutes.
Rinn responds,
He doesn't know that.
only drinks tonight. Only drinks tonight. Your bear friend ruined everything.
Kinky. Now back to Maribelle. Why? Why? What did I ever do to you?
I was like, you haven't done anything to me. I was being legitimate when I said he'd be the perfect sparring partner for you. He's the one who said wrestling. I assume he said wrestling, right?
You said that you told him it was a priority he come here and wrestle me.
I told him he needs to not be here to ruin the mood without telling him that directly.
Oh, she also said something about you swinging at me? Swinging on me? I don't remember exactly what it was.
Garthag was there when I mentioned swinging the axe, so he knows.
I can't.
If this is some sort of sick fantasy for you, Maribelle.
Maribelle's like, hey, I ship a lot of people. Your OTP is pretty low on my priority right now.
I will go find that gnome that Lilia used to unlock the door and get him to tell me what's in that pink book of yours.
Oh, it's just how I fuck a lot of things. If you really want to read it, I'll let you.
We already knew this.
Oh yeah, there's also some blueprints to some very
Oh my gosh. Nope.
sexual contraptions.
At that point, Garthag kind of just tunes out and just goes
Nope.
back to
Nope,
smacking
nope,
the
nope,
shit out
nope,
of
nope,
things.
nope, nope, nope.
Yep, he just nopes out of it, just goes back to smacking the hell out of things.
Yeah, and
He
Maribelle's just like,
tunes it out. Nope.
Does he
Yeah,
just leave
Maribel.
Beren hanging?
and Maribelle quietly is just like, yep, I knew that would work. Sometimes TM.
So,
Sometimes.
Garthog. So Garthog just went
Say-
back smacking things instead of wrestling with Beren?
Yep.
I'm gonna get an over
Beren.
channel.
Smack
Like
those
two
things.
I'm gonna say to Maribelle. Garthog appears to have rejected me. What should I do?
Aaron, you're the greatest thing! Oh my gosh! Yes!
Once again, this is over
Maribelle.
open channel, so everybody in the high rollers can hear this.
Oh my gosh!
Maribelle
Garthog's gonna
ignores
stop.
that. Maribelle
Garthog's gonna
ignores that for the. Actually, I'll let Garthog respond first.
Yeah. Garthag's just gonna stop swinging, put his thumb and index finger to his nose, to the bridge of his nose. Beren,
Yes?
if you want to do something, there are more hodgepodges over there. You could practice your swinging with your weapon as well.
But the robots, it's no fun when you do it with a robot.
You can switch their difficulty.
Fluffy's
Yeah,
trying not to
but they're a
die.
There is a deadly difficulty, if you wish.
I would not.
How deadly?
It is called
How would you
deadly
find out?
for a reason.
Was who was around when Milvada tried that setting herself?
Maybe I'll come back later on how to work on that.
It was Lucky and
I'll leave you alone for now.
Rinn, wasn't it?
Take care, Garthog.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
And
us.
See you, Beren.
Okay. I'm gonna get on the earring over to Rinn and Seth, or just Rinn, and be like, you know, Seth actually does care a lot about you. Even if the mood's ruined, you should at least spend some time with him.
I highly doubt care is the proper word there that you're looking for.
He expresses it differently, but I can assure you he does care about you.
We'll see. I'm a little tipsy right now. Probably not a good idea for me to be in public.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make myself as scarce as possible. You might want to hurry.
You know, I realize.
No.
Is this the
Grail
ship
is still
episode
on
of
the
Legends of Run?
couch!
Grail is just.
Grill's asleep.
At this point, by the way, Beren is going to be walking back from the training room. Unless he's otherwise held up.
It'll take some time to get there, but yes.
Yep, and Maribelle's going to... How's Jane doing right now?
Pass the fuck out!
Yeah, Maribelle's going to kind of get Jane awake. Just kind of gently nudge her and kind of see if she can get her up. Like,
What?
hi, my queen, you're on the floor. Let's go
You're
to
on
my
the ceiling
room.
and spinning.
Good.
Alcohol!
Let's go to my room.
Oh, right.
She picks her up and carries her.
Just kind of doesn't really fight it because she's trying to walk along with you, but she's like starts going one way. So
Yeah,
you guide her to your room, and now technically the only one in the common room at this moment, I believe, is Steph.
Seth started wandering around the base while he was drinking.
Okay. So
oh yeah,
just
Maribelle would get on the earring and be like, Seth, get back here as quick as possible. I think I got Rinn's attention. That's all. You're welcome.
That's all he responds with. He's already had quite a few drinks.
Is this the ship episode of Legends of Withra?
Apparently.
Yes.
Apparently. It's a shame I got our arc out early.
This is the mansion episode of Legend of Withra.
Is there anything else that wishes to be done this night before you guys rest?
Training until either convinced to leave or passed out.
Yeah, Seth will probably, like, literally get drunk and pass out somewhere random.
Yeah.
So who all is left and who all is awake when I get back to the common room?
Currently no one.
Maribelle did try to get Seth to go back to the common room to spend time with Rinn.
Apparently didn't work.
Do I need to roll a persuasion check, damn it?
He's drunk, man.
There's a reason. When he starts drinking.
So, Beren, everyone's kind of listening like they've gone in for the night and sleeping.
Alright.
At this point, it's about midnight.
There's a couch. Aaron's gonna go ahead and just sleep on the couch tonight, I think.
So yeah, you go to sleep. Vi does kind of walk up to you three and say, "How about you all pass go to sleep for the evening?"
Garthag was already packing up, ready to head out. Erenbor, on the other hand, is just going to continue shooting arrows, or he may have started slicing at bots with his longsword. He's just going to keep going like he didn't hear anything, because he's dead focused. He is very pissed at himself.
She's going to place her hand on her. Oh, what is Sirris doing when she hears that?
Sirris, like, she kind of stops firing arrows, but she just seems kind of reluctant to.
She places her hand on Erenbor's shoulder. It's not going to help if you guys train yourselves into the ground. Your mind will not be sharp if you do not get rest.
My mind won't be sharp when I'm dead either.
It'll be a lot easier to kill if you're have no sleep. We can train tomorrow, right away in the morning. You'll still be here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Sirris hearing this is just gonna sigh, recall her bow, and just kind of walk off.
okay, so Erenbor will hesitate, but after a bit he'll walk out. But as soon as he's out of eyesight of Vi, he'll cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And then stealth his way to another training room.
Jeez.
Alright.
So
Technically not my responsibility.
Nope.
stealth check.
Well,
This
let's
is gonna
see
be
what
fun.
Yeah, let's see what her perception is.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
39.
Beautiful.
Ooh, nice.
I rolled a 19. Have the original plus 10 for stealth, and then the plus 10 because of Pass Without Trace.
Ghost.
You are now
She
nothing but a
doesn't see
black
you.
silhouette, and your voice is muffled.
She does not see you with a 27.
Ooh, that could have. Okay, I would have had to roll a 7 or lower. I feel bad.
She got a fairly decent perception, but that's not her strong suit.
Not a strong suit.
She is very dexterous, more so than she is wisdom.
But he's going to continue training in that room for another couple of hours at least before he actually heads back.
So you all wake up in the morning eventually. Seth, did you pass out?
Yeah.
I think he asked where. You just.
I don't know. He was just wandering around.
Alright, let's see where that is.
Storm's just like laying next to him, looking around. Oh god.
Oh,
So,
boy.
And before Victoria's office.
passed out, literally, in the middle of the cafeteria.
Nice.
Oh, I was going to say, please stay in the middle of Victoria's office.
No, fortunately, I did not roll that.
Aww.
Bless.
Okay.
However,
Look, he is my responsibility, actually.
as Hodgepodge sees
To
you
a point.
sleeping, probably on the floor, actually,
Most likely.
it looks at you. And well, you're probably not aware of it. You are carried back to the room. Kind of like
Nice.
the smile across its face still. Carries the one. There's two of them. One carrying you and one carrying Storm.
It's probably freaking out.
No, she's been around there enough. She's gotten used to everybody.
But I mean, just being picked up by a hodgepodge randomly.
Hodgepodge. So you wake up actually in your bed for the first time in a long time.
What the fuck? I have a bed?
You're like, and you all kind of come to consciousness and various states of drunkenness and well, hangover, technically speaking.
Oh yeah, he's holding his head when he comes out of there.
Rinn's already
Oh,
making
real
tonic.
safe
She
at
is
2 glasses
dressed.
of wine.
Yeah, you see, Grail is currently each individual piece he's placing armor back on.
Aaron's gonna be drinking coffee. Or making it.
Maribelle stays in her room with Jane for a little while longer.
Rinn's dressed and making hangover tonics because she knows she drank, she knows other people drank, it's necessary.
Oh, good morning, Mistress Rinn. I apologize if I offended you yesterday. I'm not familiar with...
Don't! Beren,
Grail.
Yes,
here.
mistress.
First off, non-mistress. I am
Isn't
the
that
younger
right?
sibling. No. I am the youngest daughter of the Lotharian family. We are a noble family. We are not royalty by any means. We are a noble merchant family. So, mistress
Are you a
is
princess?
not to be used. No.
They told you,
Far.
they called you a princess? Oh, then it must be... Okay, I understand now.
No.
It's a...
Princess Seth. And so you're a princess because Seth the prince. Is that correct?
No. That is also
Okay.
very
So-
far from the truth.
Grail is currently now sitting there, like, staring at Rinn.
That's fine.
Seth
That's fine.
just
You wanna
face
even-
palming.
Grail,
Well,
you
one
weren't
even better.
awake when the whole loyalty discussion happened yesterday, were you? Back when
I
they
was
go
asleep.
past Garthag? Oh, okay.
It's too
So, you
early
want one
for
even
this
better?
shit.
Sure.
Want one even better? Garthag would have been out there hearing the whole exchange between Beren and Rinn.
Yep.
Don't worry, Beren. She says this, yet sometimes acts as stubborn as a princess.
I am not
Also, it's
a
a-
princess. That is my
So it's a-
sister, if anybody.
So Princess is a nickname because she's stubborn.
No. Do
We can
not.
go with that.
Do not. Garthag, do not encourage this.
Isn't Princess a term of
No,
endearment?
no. No.
It can
Put
be.
it this way. Just call her Rinn. Or Hikari. Whichever she prefers.
Well, of course. She's the leader. I'll follow any order she gives me.
Just Rinn is fine because that is my name. That is the one that I was given at birth. I took on another name for other reasons, so just
When you're running around as a fugitive.
You are a fugitive?
God,
Rinn's looking at her tonic and wishing it was alcohol right now.
Garthag's job is done. Garthag out.
Maribelle is just listening into this, probably for the other side of her door, not quite ready to walk out and be exposed to this crowd just yet.
Are you just a morning
Garthag?
person, Beren?
I'm a morning person after I've had coffee. Just coffee. Here. My hands.
Garthag, looking pleased with himself, walks out the main door and just leaves.
Plus, I didn't drink more than maybe 1/2 a cup of ale. Ish. I
I
think.
don't remember how many I drank.
Do you...
Why am I doing
I
science
count.
rolls? Just stop that. My dice already hate me as is.
After all, my teacher told me to always have my body prepared at the hours of night. So I tend not to.
Mother of God.
After all, you could be assailed by monsters at any time. To be fair, there's not much risk of that here, but well, I guess there's some.
There's a knock at
One
the
pulls
door.
out a Nerf gun.
I will get the door.
Anything but this.
Rinn doesn't do well with awkward conversations. You saw how she reacted with Grail the first time. He was like, "What does that mean?"
You open door and there is Seal.
Ah, hey, good timing. Wonderful timing.
Just to clarify,
Okay.
he's not royalty either, is he?
No, he is my brother. This is my real brother. Just drink your coffee, Beren.
I feel like I
There goes
missed a
his coffee.
conversation.
Really, really long night. Lots of drinking.
Are you okay now?
I'm good. I'm good.
Seth helped her, don't we? At least I think.
No. She turns red.
Didn't he go to help you with something? Or?
No.
I did not.
Okay.
Maribelle, at this point, Maribelle's stepping out, still wearing her lingerie, looking for
Okay, it's time to go.
It's a
Goodbye,
16
everybody. I'll be back.
16 insight, so he does notice for once that you were.
Yep.
Fucking negative ones.
He's
I love
not very observant, man.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
it
he was
so much.
observant for once? Since when?
As you kind of push him out, he's like, maybe I'll ask about that later, but I have
Later. Much
a
later.
question for you, if you don't mind. And he kind of motions back to their common room, and the others aren't there currently. So
Yeah,
you're currently
I'll
alone
be
there.
back, guys.
You have been given an out. Accept
Yep.
it.
I take it like full force. I'll be back later, guys. Peace.
He's like, anything but here, anything but here, anything but here. So
tempted to see. So
Don't.
tempted to have
Things
Garthag
don't
in the,
resolve if they're not
Not-
talked about.
so tempted to have Erenbor in the main common room area.
There will
Like
always be
and
more
see,
Beren.
and see them as far as like hurriedly heading off. I'm so tempted to have him interested in what's going on, so him to stealth after them.
yeah, good luck with that.
Don't.
But I'm not going to. This time.
Oh,
This time.
that would
this
have been
time.
funny.
No, no.
Why?
I'm afraid.
Anyways, so as you're now alone, he sits down. I've already talked to Lena and Dell about this. Or sorry, Lena. Not Lena.
Leah.
Fuck my name. Leia. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to remember the names, and I don't have them quite in front of me right now.
Yep. Nope.
It's always her name I forget too.
Yeah.
Everybody forgets that, sister.
And I now need to talk to you. As
Oh,
I
good.
need your permission
Permission.
to withdraw a certain amount of money from our funds.
For
Please say it. Please say it.
200 platinum would be the amount.
holy.
Please say it.
That's a lot of money. Can I ask why? Cause justification, and I'm nosy.
Pulls out a rolled up parchment and kind of hands it to you, Rinn. And you should have it in Discord.
Oh my gosh, what you sent? I'm leaving chat. Hold on, chat. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I want to know what it is.
You can either read it out loud or you can read it to yourself, whatever you desire.
I'm reading it to myself. Hold on. Oh. Oh.
It is what I thought.
No,
Yep, it
it's
is.
not. But it's even better because it's gonna. Oh.
We know what it is.
Okay, you don't know what I was thinking it was.
They kind of know about this.
Oh. Dang it.
Well, no. See, I'll be honest, Fluffy.
Wait, we don't know.
When you originally told us about this, I actually I wasn't really paying attention.
Alright.
I have since purged any details of this.
I'll be
from my
honest.
mind.
Exactly.
This
I
is
honestly wasn't paying attention. So
Sips on coffee.
my thoughts are actually not because of what you told us, because I don't remember what that even was.
Okay. So I'll read it out loud because apparently most people already know here in the call. It is a pedigree request form. This is an official request for the Gallon family to be accepted as a noble family. Included with this parchment should be a payment of 200 platinum pieces, and all signature spaces should be signed for this document to go through and be valid. Everything except for the head noble family has already been signed.
Almost too worthy.
He says you sees you reading it. He goes, I pulled a few strings with some of the ones that owe our family a bit of favor, or at least me favor. Unfortunately, the head nobles are a little bit more difficult to get an audience with.
I can help you with that if you need it. And take the 200 platinum. If you don't take it, I am going to smack you next year.
Fair. I was kind of asking to take it, so I wasn't going to not, unless you said no. But yes. This would come at a bit of a cost. We would technically need to fire Jill, because she would be a noble, and we wouldn't be able to have her hired in our services.
Well, I mean, that's fair. Also, wouldn't it be a little bit suspicious for you to be dating an employee? She says this as she's folded her hands and she's put her chin right on top of them, staring at him.
And you wonder why I said that you have the tendency, that your character has the tendencies of a princess.
He kind of smirks at it and he goes,
Oh.
well, you more than likely not the first time this would have happened for others. And to be honest, if you had said no to this, it wouldn't have made a difference in that regard.
No,
Oh,
it probably
This is
wouldn't.
more to help her, because honestly, she still views herself as a street urchin.
I know. And besides, I currently owe her an apology.
This is so adorable.
So the power outage that caused that big monster thing to show up,
It was
I
my
might have caused it.
Oh,
It's complicated.
it's super
So-
on purpose.
Oh, definitely not. If I had known that thing was gonna do it, I would not have. I was not in my right mind.
Well,
She
Oh,
was
yeah,
wearing her
rest of us
battle
are,
ready
so-
armor.
and I'm sure Jill doesn't blame you.
This time.
And you know,
Okay.
she's fond of you.
I'm fond of her. I'm fond of both of you.
This time.
I hope so. I'm your brother.
For now.
And he
Just. Yep, go ahead.
He's just gonna. Goes, and how are you going to help with that head noble part of this?
I can be extremely persuasive these days.
Which one? It doesn't matter. It could be Grenbrand of Fullerland, Solwyn, Montchild, Bruning, Thorndun, or even Draw.
I feel like. Sorry, this is out of character speaking.
Mhm.
I feel like I should know. I should have some sort of connection with at least one of these families, even after everything that went down. I just can't. I feel like we talked about it before. I just don't remember.
Vi is a monster about
One child.
I mean, you probably would have better connections with Fullerlands yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where your land was.
Yep.
Still getting an audience with them is difficult at times, especially your guys' previous conditions.
I mean.
However, you would technically be aware, because you are aware of Lilia. You are aware that Lilia is, because it's not uncommon knowledge that Lilia is married to a Montchild.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Gladius connections.
And more than likely, she, because of the current scare, she would probably be, because Lilia's here, that person might be here. You haven't seen her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm aware that Lilia's got an earring, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I handed the scroll back, I'll kind of take it from him again. I'll go over the earring real quick and go, Mistress Lilia, would you mind if I had a conversation with you?
How would Lilia react to that? Is my question.
She's
Yeah, how would
gonna sigh. Lilia, if you want to, just Lilia would work.
Fair enough.
Okay, out of character. Entirely out of character. Rinn doesn't like being called mistress.
Nope.
Is she going straight up call somebody else mistress?
No, she recognizes respect in the nobility line. She doesn't like being called it because she's not, technically.
Yeah.
Technically, she's a lady in the house, but not technically because
She's also
youngest child,
talking to another noble that also Granted, they're technically the head of their family. They have given they don't really care about ranking.
Yeah.
That she doesn't know.
Yeah.
This is fair.
This is fair. So, Lilia, I assume Lilia would be like, all right, where?
Yeah. That would be a thing, I think.
If you wouldn't mind if I stopped by your common area just for a couple of minutes.
By all means.
So you head over to their common area.
Yep.
It's not hard to find. Hodgepodge can lead you there if you get lost.
Yep.
And as you knock and you are let in, I'd imagine at this moment you probably see Lilia there and currently another woman that you don't recognize because you've never seen her. Black, like I said, the black hair, half elven, and like shocks of white through the hair. And she's currently sipping on some coffee, and she's just watching as you enter.
Apologize for the intrusion. Good morning.
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 I have a very strange request.
What would that? Was that the request that you had for Mistress Lilia?
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't think we've been properly introduced. My name's Rinn.
And she stands up and kind of walks over to you and goes, Valeria, man child. Vi for short.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Rinn gets the biggest smile on her face. Brilliant. I actually need to speak to both of you, or yeah, that works.
She just kind of looks over at Lilia, like,
Lily is just gonna go and get another cup of coffee.
I was hoping I could get a signature for a friend, and I'll hand over the scroll real quick.
she takes it. She over. This is an odd request. Tell me, who is this Galton family?
More specific, a friend of mine, Jill Galton. She was hired by my family. She practically helped raise me and my siblings. We are all very close with her, and we owe her a lot.
I can see her close. You're offering this.
We're trying to show her she's more than the street urchin she believes she still is.
Street urchin to a noble.
It's not the first time it's happened.
And what qualities do you think she would have that would make her an acceptable noble?
Loyalty, for one. Kindness. She's incredibly bright in multiple ways. She's extremely brave, a paladin. She deserves far more credit than anyone in her past has ever given her.
Lilia?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go take a walk.
Okay.
Come on, Mary. She is still kind of holding. She kind of rolled back up, and she's currently holding the parchment.
Okay.
She steps on the shelf, she's one of the hot ones. She goes, excuse me. Yes. Do you know where Jill got?
Oh, flip.
Well,
I can take you there. I assume you want to keep this a secret and she holds it to you.
Yes, I'll take it and hide it on my person.
Well, I would like to meet her in person.
oh, this could be interesting.
This'll be fine. Jill is awkward
No, I'm-
at some moments. She's fine.
Oh no, I was looking at something else.
Oh dear.
Love how Rinn's been so, like, calm with with a Mont child, a head noble.
Look, after
For
facing
now.
an eldritch entity, facing a Mott child is nothing.
Well, there's nothing proper or anything like that. She's just been like, oh hey.
This is
For
Rinn.
now.
Did you really think she was going to be, like, extremely, like, nobility? She could be charming. She doesn't have to be proper to do it.
Yeah.
So before I do what I say I'm going to do next, when it gets to as far as where they get to Jill, I want to remind everyone that Ehrenborg currently has a 0 as his intelligence modifier.
Oh dear.
Just saying. Anyways, continue.
So
Panic and fear.
Mhm.
and eventually you find Jill currently, you're being led, or you're leading, currently being led by a bot. By kind of Jill's currently just looking around the base, kind of like checking everything out, making sure she's kind of getting the lay of the land, essentially.
Mhm. I'll waver down a little bit and
Comes up and goes, yes, Rinn.
sorry to bother your morning. Jill, this is Lady Montchild.
She kind of gives a bit of a bow. I
As
understand. I
expected.
wouldn't be having that while he was here. No need. After all, she kind of one of those cards. We are both Gladius members. Most motions to
Oh boy. Kit.
so say royal.
Kit.
Aaron's not here. He can't do anything. Don't worry.
Yes, sorry. May I ask what this is about? Oh. Well, I've heard so much about you. So I figured I get to learn a little more. How about a little sparring?
Oh boy.
Jill kind of looks at you like, is this okay?
I nod. Kind of like, sorry, this was not in the plans, but go with it.
What plans?
So you call her, and they start kind of sparring essentially, and it's Vi. You're watching Vi fight, and she's like, Jill's easily getting the best of her. You're kind of like watching. You seem confused because this is someone who's definitely should have more experience.
Oh yeah.
Jill says, she goes, I'm sorry, but are you holding back, I assume? Oh, yes. Just gauging. But you are observant. We'll see how quick you are on your feet. And there's a shock of lightning that seems to just kind of cover her body for a moment.
Oh boy. This
She
is fine.
strikes and hits Jill.
Never had a chance.
But the weapons that they're using are training weapons. They're not designed to like pierce armor and stuff like that. So it impacts her, and she darts, but leaving this like silhouette of lightning just kind of in her place. And Jill goes to swing at Vi, who switches places with the lightning, which then explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now like watching Vi is like watching a dance. Every movement is calculated. Every movement is fluid. Every time she strikes or is struck, there's a duplicate that gets left behind that'll either strike or detonate when it gets hit. It either detonates when it gets hit, or detonates after it strikes.
That's amazing.
After probably about a minute or so of this, it fades away, and she shoots the rapier. I think I've learned enough. Carry on, Jill. Jill looks very confused.
I
but nods.
wave at her and just go, "It's fine. Don't worry about it."
And she leaves, and Vi goes, "She's a brave one."
She has saved our lives.
I can see that. All right. Shows out her hand.
I pull the scroll out and hand it to her.
Takes it and puts it on a nearby table, and she starts signing. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. You made a lot of people very happy.
That's all right. I'm gonna go enjoy my breakfast again. She
Yes.
heads back off.
I race back to Seal.
I got a golden ticket.
Meanwhile, just leaving her there, leaving. That their name was just said multiple times, and how the fuck did I forget that? But leaving them behind, just go. What the fuck just happened?
Jill,
What's going on?
Yeah. So, while that was all happening, what was everyone else doing?
Seth is still recovering from his hangover.
Yeah. And Sirris would basically at the crack of fucking dawn would have donned her training pants and went to go shoot at shit until someone went to bug her, whenever that happened to be.
Beren, it'd be a toss-up between being very confused and asking people questions, or
As usual.
training.
Maribelle would spend a little time in the common room just to see what's going on with everyone else before finally going back to the science room, because she has a new toy she wants to try making.
Okay.
How much would it cost for me to add a microphone to my camera, or to build a microphone to record stuff?
To record sound, I assume you're trying to do?
Yes.
I mean, there are devices like it. If you're trying to make your own different one, that's more to your style. I would say, go ahead and make me an intelligence tinkerer check.
Okay. Yeah, she could use ones that are already around. She just wants something nice and compact and something that's easy to trigger.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't even
the ones that are around. Not that.
Yeah. What she's wanting to make is something that you wouldn't even know she's recording everything you say.
Like she's gonna bug all our phones.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Spy. Everybody was spies.
Lucky is attempting to train his tiger in his room because he can't exactly take it anywhere.
Make an animal handling.
Oh God. That's a number.
Alright, making...
That's a 5. By the way.
You attempt to train.
It's not working
intelligence,
out well.
so...
Oh god.
It's a
Take
plus
4 points of
5.
piercing damage
Okay.
as you
You
get
tried.
bit a few times.
You tried.
23.
23. All right, yeah. This would only probably cost maybe because you're essentially using similar to what you've already done and kind of reverse engineering, kind of shifting it a bit. I'd say 50 gold in materials. Not because catching audio is a lot easier than it is to catch an image.
So my last 5 plat. Got it.
There you go. So now you, probably through most of this afternoon, it would take you. If not, I mean, it'd probably take you most of the day, if not all of it, to make this.
With
'Cause it
Janice's
is-
help.
Yeah, with Janice, and probably Victor and Hodgepodge probably also aiding because something new.
Yeah, I bet they're like, oh wow, science, technology. Yes.
And he's done similar things, like he's able to he's able to record and audio and video, but not to a small degree that you're trying to do. So that's
Yeah.
actually newer for him.
Yeah, but like the thing with Maribelle and what makes her so special, and I imagine Victor's realizing is she's good at taking a given concept and then compacting it.
Yeah. All right. So Lucky gets bitten a few times.
Probably bleeding a little bit.
Maribelle makes the thing.
So,
Sirris is training.
remember how I said as far as what Erenbor would probably, would
I
agree
will
with
agree
his
with that.
intelligence modifier.
Mhm.
Well,
He's average intelligence.
yeah, but he's not the brightest.
No, that's currently Garthag, I think.
Yeah,
Which is
him and his 19
kind of
intelligence.
fucked up.
Sure, yeah. Well, see, I'm assuming there's like rafters and stuff in the training room,
No.
or no?
There is not. It
Is
is
there
a
any? Is there
dome.
anywhere? Is there anywhere like area for someone like perched as far as just watching?
If you can succeed on an athletics check, sure.
Okay. Erenbor's character sheet, come here. Oh, yay, plus
particularly
7.
easy.
Okay, let's use this die. Please, please, please. 25.
Okay. Yeah. Probably in one of the corners of a, not necessarily perched on something, but you're kind of like pinned himself up in a corner of a room somewhere.
So that's
Okay.
not weird.
He also just pays attention to people training and stuff. So he saw that entire exchange as far as Jill, Vi, Rinn.
Mhm.
What he was going to do stupid
Okay.
was going to be jump down and challenge, but he became in awe of watching the fighting style of Vi.
Okay.
And he was studying it.
Yeah, it's not a style. It's almost ranger-like in their movements and their fencing. But you notice the whatever she used to do the electricing doesn't seem to be it wasn't like a magic. It seemed more innate to her.
Mhm.
But she didn't cast any spells.
Right.
Neither
Actually,
did Jill either.
He was just studying it, trying to get a gauge on how quickly he would have to try and move as far as to be as fluid as that when striking.
She was pretty, not necessarily, she wasn't necessarily fast, as more as she didn't, it's pretty easy to notice because she wasn't like hiding anything.
Right.
She, and especially for you, for Erebor, who also has combat experience, no move she made was wasted. Like every step had a purpose, even the smallest bit of a step. So she was fast because she didn't waste any time.
Also, I misspoke 2 stupid things. One was either going to be challenge, or while that whole thing was going on, he was going to jump down behind Rinn and possibly sleight of hand the parchment.
Why would you do this?
Because it's Erebor.
Oh my goodness.
Don't.
And he has a plus 7 to sleight of hand.
Is he actually doing that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you want my wrath?
I mean, maybe.
There's also a vibe.
You don't want it.
That's the point.
Perception
I
is
think
a lot higher. Is a little bit higher than your sleight of hand there, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
What if
hanging
I were
out with
just-
level 20s.
A level 20 that I was able to stealth away from. Which, by the way, out of character, sudden realization. Oh my god, I just.
Plus 20 to stealth, so there's that.
That's true. And I added that to a 19.
Yeah. She also rolled a natural 19.
Yay! I'm just gonna hide in my dice tray box. Anyways, continue.
Okay. So that's what Erebor is doing.
Garthag's training.
Garthag's
He
training.
went back to smacking shit.
I'm much more solid on what Beren would probably be doing. Has Seth been coming out of his room?
The Seth's out there.
no.
He's just trying to get over the hangover.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there
Oh,
nursing some coffee and kind of
Alright.
Hangover medicine.
clearly hanging on over.
Here we go.
Beren would be happy to restock him on coffee when he runs out and say, "So I've heard you're very skilled. I don't know exactly what was going on last night, but what exact abilities?"
Still too early for the shit.
What?
It's
he
still
has a
too
very,
early
he
for
has a
the
very
shit.
particular set of skills.
Too early for me to... It's never too early to train.
It's just size.
Lies?
He has
What?
Size.
He has a particular,
Oh, size,
a
okay.
particular set of skills.
You hear at this moment, ow, from Lucky's room.
I'm gonna say over the earpiece, I'm gonna guess that people made sure to instruct me after last night on how the earpiece works.
Yes.
Private
Yes.
message.
Yes.
I hope
You
so.
probably got a really long talking to about that.
Yeah,
But
I'm certain.
Rinn.
So I'm just gonna message Lucky. Are you okay?
Fine. Fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
We have Seth here. He has a particular set of skills that may be able to help you.
Yes! The Liam Neeson reference!
I'm good. I don't need any help, thank you.
Alright. Best of luck in the bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's where you are. That's where he
Damn
is,
it,
right?
Bear
I mean,
Man.
technically speaking, that is where Lucky is.
Yeah.
So it's not wrong. Lucky doesn't probably understand why he's saying that. but
No,
it's like,
because he went to bed before all that happened.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's so
I'm gonna turn back to Seth. So what's this about too early? Are you saying that your skills only come out in the nighttime?
You know, that's not wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Several different
Oh my god.
but we're not gonna get into that.
Are you? I see. It must be some sort of curse, like a werewolf.
Sure.
Mother of God.
Oh
Sure.
my gosh. There's so much
I'm pretty interested in this topic. You see,
Kralos is watching.
I'm actually
the whole thing.
my grandfather was actually a werebear, so I'm really genuinely interested in this.
Well, you know how you do your
I'd
thing?
love to watch you transform. What?
You know how you do your thing?
Yes.
Same thing, but wolf.
Oh, it's very cool.
Oh my gosh, so much
So Rinn needed
correction.
you because you can turn into a wolf.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Ginky.
Definitely have her howling in the sheets.
No.
Oh my
No.
There's
no.
there's
No.
no terrible joke that I wanted to make. On
No.
God damn it.
No.
Damn it! Now I need to hear this joke. It's good. I'm in pain.
I was gonna make a doggy style joke, but we're gonna get away from that one.
Okay.
Nope.
That only compliments
No.
what I said.
So anyways, how does that exchange with Rinn and CL go?
Yeah, let's get to that.
Let's move away from the doggy style joke.
So,
CL, how are you doing, buddy?
That's going on.
Being a wolf
Rinn,
has to do
you
with helping.
Do it
end up
like they do.
come back
on
to
the
Seal, and Seal
Discovery
is
Channel.
still in this room. Now, Del and Leia are there as well. Jill's actually arrived, but as soon as Seal sees you, he goes, and he kind of asks her to go get something. She kind of looks confused, but nods, because she's technically still in your guys' service.
Yep. I feel bad.
She,
Feels bad, man.
And toast slide fan. Kidding.
That's what she leaves. She goes, Jill was telling us how she met a Mon child.
Yeah. Fared pretty well against her in a sparring match.
Right. Didn't know there was a Mon child here.
No? Huh. Ain't that just a kick in the head?
Yeah. I assume that's what you meant when you had an idea.
Rinn smirks.
Wait, an idea about getting kicked in the head?
Yeah. Did she sign?
How much do you love me?
You're a pain in the ass, but I love you a lot.
I hand over the paper.
Pain in the ass is an understatement, my dude.
Fair.
It is my job to be the pain in your rear end and also be the one that gives you happiness. Go forth and make Jill happy.
He goes, alright. Thanks for this. And Del goes, well, I was going to do this for a whole other reason, but let's just add them all together. We were going to have a dinner for you high rollers.
Oh.
Because you did... It's kind of a thanks for a few things. One, for not letting us die yesterday.
Yes, sorry about that.
Two, for saving us when Seal and Jill were not Seal and Jill. And three, for keeping you safe.
think everyone would be definitely for a makeup dinner.
Yes, and what a good way to time to announce that to Joe, don't you think, Seal? And she kind of smirks at him.
Sibling love.
If that's what you want, sister.
I think it's a great idea.
All right.
It's my job.
It's my job.
We should have it ready in about an hour.
Great. I will let everybody else know, and hopefully I can get everybody to attend and be on their best behavior. Wish me luck on
I
that.
assume this happens after I finish building my thing.
Yeah, you build it basically, and you're like, finally. And you get a message prior to all the high rolls.
Yep. Attention, high rollers! We have been invited to a makeup dinner with my family. Everybody, please be ready in about an hour. And please, for the love of all that is good and the Raven Queen, do not bring anything up that happened last night.
What happened last night?
I swear, Beren.
Through the earpiece directly to Rinn. Nobody else hears. Garthag just goes, so don't bring up the fact that I possibly am thinking about beating a fox girl for trying to insinuate something.
I would rather you not, yes, please.
Also,
Seth
makeup
doesn't
dinner,
say a
you said?
word.
I'm not very familiar with makeup. We have to apply it?
No, Beren, you weren't there, so
No,
I'll explain
this,
later.
This is. Oh wait, never mind.
Seth like pats him on the shoulder.
Seems like there's a lot of things that are getting explained later.
Rinn does actually explain the makeup part of everything, and it's not makeup as in makeup, but as in, like, we're cashing in something going, hey, we messed some stuff up and things happened, and we're redoing everything.
The last time we tried
That
to
makes
have
sense.
a dinner and Eldritch Domination crashed the party. It's fine.
Yes.
I thought it might have something to do with why you need Seth's ability to turn into a wolf.
And we're back to this somehow!
Technically, I don't think Rinn knew that.
I don't think anybody did.
I don't think
actually.
anyone knew that except for Beren now.
Well, now everybody does.
Yep, I'll call.
Over the earring, Maribel's like, I suspected something interesting about him. Good to know.
Seth kind of lowers
I'll be
his
there in a
head
bit.
and
What?
just holds his
Wait a
head
minute.
down.
So the wolf thing wasn't what you needed.
No, not exactly, and it doesn't matter what I needed from Seth. Thank you very much for this information, Beren.
You're welcome.
Yeah, trust me, Beren. The wolf is not what you needed.
Oh my gosh, Garthag.
Garthag, I assume you are familiar?
Enough.
I'm standing in the living room with my family, and I'm just pinching the bridge of my nose, and they can't hear a word I'm saying because it's all mental in order to speak to them, and I'm just standing there like, please, why? Please, why?
Tell is kind of smirking at this moment. I feel like tonight's gonna be an interesting dinner.
On the bright side, Rinn,
I
we're getting it all
apologize.
out now, not at dinner.
This is fair.
Wait, you said we're eating with your family? Didn't you say your sister?
Yes.
Oh no.
Say what?
We don't have to deal with royalty manners, do we? I feel like a priority
shit.
course couldn't be taught in 1 hour.
I just
No.
did a random roll. Like, I was like, you know, Maribel would probably insight Garthag to see if he's upset with her about what happened. I rolled a 20.
I assume Garthag is upset with her a little bit.
Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly.
Some manners would be good, but like high-end etiquette not necessary.
Maribelle got on the earring says, so, Rinn, when is this, dinner date?
Date?
I look at Dell going, how much time do you need to prep?
We've already been cooking for a bit, so at this point, about a half hour or so now. You guys have been having
Half
an
an
interesting
hour.
Conversation.
Yes.
Alright, then
half an
Maribelle
hour.
corrected it. Garthag's like, so, Garthag, I imagine I said some things to kind of irritate you. Training room?
Oh boy.
Let's not say we did.
Grills is like,
Seth's trying to process how he's going to explain that later because he knows he's going to get asked.
And she's just like, but no, seriously, I can tell when I fuck up, so let's talk about it. Or we could spar. Don't worry about hurting me.
This is a mental conversation that those two are having, right?
Wants to make
Yeah.
joke.
Okay.
Wants to make the joke.
Don't
Is going
make the
to make
joke.
the joke. Is going to make the
Don't.
joke. Yes, you'd probably like it if someone hurt you.
Oh boy.
She'd
But
just be like, well, that's far from the point. But I mean, if you're offering.
Oh my gosh. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
Fluffy is dead. One with Fluffy.
through the earpiece. Through the earpiece. How would you go wrestle with Batman?
She's just like, I didn't even say for you to wrestle with him. I just wanted him out of the room and figured you two spar together. I had no intent from that. I'm not
Things
even
spiral.
shipping. And then she literally says, I'm not even shipping you two. That's not in my book.
I'm really scared to find out what is actually in that book.
She just
I
says,
don't want
you're
to know.
not. Let me just say this much. You are not in my book.
Oh, thank God. Or whatever.
And then there's
Agreed to at this point.
there's just, I almost feel like there's this quiet, menacing background.
so after that, eventually, everybody's prepared.
That hurt.
So you're all sitting. What's that?
And she's like, anyway, Garthag, seriously though, I do want to fight you at some point. It'll be fun. Let Janice stretch her legs.
But dinner first. We all need
Yes,
dinner first.
dinner, formalities, chaos, and family shenanigans. This is going to be a fun night. Mentally to
And Sirris
herself.
has an
and I'm-
excuse to wear the fancy dress.
Actually, Maribel's probably wearing her formal kimono. Something no one else has seen her wear yet.
So as you guys see, for a kind of fancy dinner, but kind of not really. Like some of you dress up fancy, some of you haven't.
Maribel's dressed up fancy, has her daughter in her lap. Jane beside her, probably.
Fancy clothes.
The family sits in their respective positions as they would have normally.
Are we gonna line this up on tabletop?
If you want.
Just to kind of have an idea, I guess.
So let me pull up their tokens.
I'm not even in the server anymore. That's good.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
rest in peace.
Wait, what? When did that happen?
I don't know. It rips a lot.
R.I.P. and R.I.P.
So they'll be at the head of the table, technically speaking.
Head of the family, head of the table.
She is there. Probably Rinn would probably be across from Jill, you think?
No. I'm ensuring that Seal and Jill are sitting across from each other.
Okay.
I am
Across from
still
Jill.
meddling. I'm still
you are.
meddling.
Are you next to Jill or Seal?
Gee. Who do I want to mess with?
Maribelle
Seal.
sitting here.
Yeah. Let's give my brother some
your
love.
brother,
Let's give my brother some
Yeah.
love.
quote
I'm
unquote,
gonna regret
love,
this, but
also
Seth's
known
sitting
as.
by Beren.
Oh no!
I'm gonna regret that. I know.
Oh yeah, Maribelle
Okay,
would
do
also
anything.
ask if Jane could be invited.
He's looking to make his best.
I assume
Man.
Lucky's next to Sirris.
Yes. Wherever
Yeah,
Lucky
man.
is actually at this point.
Actually, yeah, and Maribelle would be like, is family invited to this dinner, as well as close friends?
Jill goes, well, all of you, yes.
It is a high
Oh,
rollers dinner.
Yeah. Sure.
This should be
Put them
fine.
there. The hell of it.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen because
No, nothing
everything's
bad will
fine.
happen. Nothing bad
It's-
will happen.
Jay, I
Yeah,
swear.
this is a big table.
Yes.
Nice.
It's more of probably multiple tables put together.
Erenboar sits with Garthag, and Garthag sits with Erenboar. Things are about to get depressing. Just saying.
So probably,
Sometimes.
probably like that. That way it's even.
Hmm.
Because even.
Listen to Jay. He's lying.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
I'll follow
Lena's
that
sitting in Maribelle's sitting in, or Lena's sitting in Maribelle's lap, looking as cute as can be.
Grail's kind of sitting. Technically, Seal's currently sitting. Would you sit next to Grail or next, or at the very end of the table?
Tabletop was loaded, I would tell you. Oh no, what is my computer doing? Oh no.
I would just send her a screenshot
no.
real quick so she can kind of
Yeah.
decide.
Just put that in the main
Fine.
facecam chat, please.
Yes, I will do that.
I already
I
got
will
it.
do this.
Everything
Because
broke.
I can see nothing.
Do screenshots.
Everything
Someone already
broke
did
and I don't know where tabletop went.
Yes, that is the layout.
Okay.
From that angle, I can give you a side angle as well.
Yes, please. If you would not
show
mind.
on disc. Yes, there it is.
Oh,
Huzzah!
print screen.
Got
And
it.
Control V. Done. Loading. Sending. Unknown. Halfway there. Almost up.
Uploaded.
Plus- Okay.
And final shot.
So if you want, you can have you and Leah and then Jill and Seal switched if you wanted.
Yeah, let's do that. As quiet as my sister is, I'm pretty sure she would agree with me that it is very important that those two sit across from each other.
Oh no.
So you're now sitting next to Grail,
Oh no.
and Beren sitting next to Leah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
Hello.
Leave my sister
That's why I
alone.
was saying. That's why I was
That's on
saying.
the
Oh
other side
no.
of him. That's even
Yep.
worse.
Ugh.
And then it's
I mean,
Lucky
you
and
could
then
just swap the
Sirris.
position of
Grail's across from
I'll have
Bearman.
Grail in my
Your
position.
sister's next to Bearman. Seth's next to Bearman. Good luck with that.
Jane's across
I'm
from
sure
Seth.
that's fine.
Maribelle is across from Lucky. Charlotte's across from Sirris.
I feel like I'm
across from
practically
Airport.
being treated like a natural disaster at this point.
We kind of are.
A social disaster.
Yeah.
To be fair, Rinn has been managing everyone's behavior since they walked in, so...
If Rinn tries to do anything to Maribelle, she'd just be like, "Don't worry about me. I got this."
No, set
Okay.
just put on.
Should blame Beren.
So, is there anything anybody wishes just to discuss while they eat before Seal drops
Well-
his bomb?
One thing that he's not going to hide that he's doing it, but I don't know how obvious it'll be. One thing nobody's really noticed that Erebor has is kind of like a locket type thing, and he pulls it out and opens it and stares at the picture inside of it and then puts it back.
Go ahead. Make me a stealth check. See how.
Stealth check.
I'll say because it's probably absent-mindedly, probably disadvantage.
Yeah, probably. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. Why does it gotta be with disadvantage? Because I like that first roll.
Aw.
That first roll would have given me a 29.
Too
I
bad.
almost wonder if this is actually sleight of hand.
Yeah, would that be sleight of hand or stealth? That's true.
You know, yeah, probably sleight of hand because it's more
Okay.
pointed out real quick.
So the first one would have given me a 26. The second one, let me reroll that because that was actually tilted up against the side of the box. Oh.
There's the bad roll.
Yeah, that's a bad roll. That's a 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah,
notices.
technically, literally everyone's passive perception sees this, except for Seal.
CL?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You non-observant motherfucker.
He's
No.
oblivious. There's a reason Jill was able to get away so long without her feelings being known, guys.
Everyone notices Amber pull out the locket and kind of look at it for a second and put it away.
Sirris has just kind of been indifferent at the time being.
Yeah, and Lena right now is probably talking about her business and the things that she makes and sells. Because her background, she's not exactly a noble, but she's definitely close to one. She's a precious little princess.
About half the people here at this table are technically nobles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Garthag's one.
you were making something for Rinn, weren't you? How'd that go?
No, she was not.
Oh, okay.
Lena would just be like,
Must be mistaken.
she's just like, I made something for Seth, but
Oh, okay.
client business is confidential at the dinner table. Sorry.
Rinn nods a thank you to the child.
I know what dinner has to do with it.
Dell's just kind of like,
Rinn smiles. Just kind of that big cheesy kid sister, like nothing is wrong, grin.
She's just like, and she's talking about her line of clothing, furniture, you know, just the general goods that she makes.
Garthag's going to perk up as far as real quick and tell Beren. She said client businesses as far as what was the word?
confidential.
Yeah, client business is confidential at the dinner table. She didn't say it was confidential outside of the dinner table.
I pointedly look at Garthag
Hold on,
and
is he saying
Beren.
it through- Is he saying it through the earring, or is he saying this out loud?
He's saying it's out loud.
Oh,
Dell's
Ren's giving a really pointed look right now.
it's something to be worried about later on.
I imagine Dell's going to pull Lena out to the side and ask.
Nah.
Oh yeah, she seems interested in something, and she's kind of glancing at Rinn, who is not hiding the fact that she's like, no.
It's hard to hide the nose when everything is going on all at once.
Comments.
Seth is grinning and feeding Storm some food. Here and there.
Storm's like,
And after Lena talks about her whole thing and asks if anyone would be interested in a trade agreement, that would be nice, but later. more important things to be discussed here, aren't there?
Rinn refocuses on her sister who's sitting across from her, Leah, and is like, so tell me about that book you were reading, and is trying to distract.
She starts kind of... it's not a particularly interesting topic.
No.
But it's interesting to her, so she's
Yeah.
excited to talk about it.
What kind of book is it? Do I need to make a check to understand it? Because Maribel's a book nerd.
Well, essentially, she's talking about the books. Like a lot of the books that she's been reading recently have been about the creation and the history of Gladius.
Maribel is most definitely interested in that. Would be listening vividly. Probably the only one.
No, Rinn's listening. she does a really, really good job with her sister.
So,
No,
she's describing that.
Sorry.
Probably at this moment, Sam goes, if I could get everyone's attention for one moment. I have a couple of things I need to say. First, they're kind of in relation to each other, actually. Oh? Yes. And he brings out the parchment. Hands it across the table, and she kind of takes it and she starts on her own. He goes, due to this, what is written on that parchment, you, as of that being turned in, would be relieved of duty. And she looks worried at the moment, because she's like, what did I... And she starts kind of reading.
Rinn's got the biggest smile on her face ever.
You I don't deserve this.
Please.
Leah kind of looks at her and goes, of course you do. John goes, I agree as well. And I think anyone at this table would agree. If you care to explain this, yeah.
What are we? What is this?
This parchment is a pedigree request form for nobility. On being turned in, Jill would be considered a noble. At least for family level.
Lena pipes in. Oh, I know what that is. I don't have one, but I plan on getting one as soon as my business takes off.
And, well, how about this? Anyone disagree that Jill should not be a noble?
Nope.
I assume the table was just quiet at that point.
No, Maribel says, nope.
Even Beren would be silent at that point.
See? She kinda... I don't know what to say. Just say you'll turn it in. But I don't have... The money's already been covered.
We have taken care of everything. All you have to do is turn the paper in.
Alright. Thank you. All of you.
Maribel's just like, shall we ask Hot Podge to deliver it now?
If he could. I would be happy to.
I love hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge is the best hodgepodge.
He places it in a small like container and kind of carries it away.
Maribelle speaks up. You said there was something else that needed to go with it. I do hope Hodgepodge has that as well.
Yes. The master. Did you? Yes, I will give it to the one before the item is delivered. And walks off. You're
Hodgepodge is fired out of a cannon. Am I right?
you see Hodgepodge. The item has been delivered.
Yeah, Maribel speaks up and is like, Hodgepodge, was that fired out of a cannon?
The item was fired out of a cannon, yes.
I want to look at that later. Is that allowed?
Yes.
Thank you. That's gonna be fun.
Do not worry. The item will not harm anyone. As it is in a container that will let fall when too close to do anything that it would collide to.
Okay.
Sweet, a parcel delivery cannon.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maribel's just
Very
like,
loud.
Yeah.
Maribel's just like, I'm going to love studying this thing. I know what. That made Maribel's day.
Yeah. She goes, there is one more thing. And he holds his hand out. Joe reaches, takes what it was in his hand, and just stares at it, wide-eyed.
Maribel's leaning forward, staring at this with a grin.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yep, innocent child moment. Elena speaks up. Mommy, are they getting married?
Cleared for voyage.
She says, it would have waited a little longer, but given the events of yesterday, life is short, right?
Rinn is nodding heavily.
So? Jill's still staring at this thing. Just nods. Is that,
Words, Jill.
Yes to one question or both? Both. Oh.
Oh.
Frick, yes, my meddling! 1!
Yeah, I was rolling like, okay, this guy literally saw her almost die several times.
Yeah.
In a matter of less than a minute.
Look, if he wasn't gonna propose anytime soon, Rinn was going to tell him to do it.
Is this where we clap?
Sure, Beren.
Rinn is squealing like a child and is running over and hugging Jill.
Aww.
And the funny thing is, Lena's like, they're getting married. I always wanted to try being a priest. I technically can.
Oh no. Oh no.
Kind of that actually tears her away. Because she was currently like this. And then Rinn hugged her and she just kind of... And then that comment was like, she's like, ah.
Yeah, and she speaks up, my mom is the head of the shrine. I have that power.
So when's the wedding?
That can be said at any point. I'll leave it up to Jill. I have to wrap my head around all this. Alright.
And it's time for a montage. A wedding planning montage. Cue the stereotypical 80s montage music.
At this point, dinner is technically done. So you all, at this point, head to bed for or kind of get ready for the evening. Victoria does contact all of you and says,
the question is, does Lena get nabbed by one of them as she's just kind of...
oh no, none of them nab Lena.
They don't ask her the question. Okay.
No, if Dell's gonna ask a question, she's gonna ask me.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, no.
We are near the we are near where we last saw the... It's a small village. This is where the person was supposedly delivered. It's a small farm. You can either head out now before tonight, or you can head out in the morning.
Maribelle speaks up and is like, we should probably have a tactical briefing before we just go barging in. So perhaps in the morning.
How about put it up to the rest of the group? How is everybody feeling?
Lucky just
I'm a
looks
good
at
recommend.
Sirris. Lucky just looks at Sirris.
Going with your call on this, Rinn.
Oh, good.
Maribelle speaks
Either
up and
way,
is like,
something will not survive.
yeah, Maribelle speaks up. It'd probably be best we discover what we're getting up against and figure out what's going to happen. Otherwise, the people we're trying to save may very well get killed by our meddling. We need to know what we're doing before we get there.
I'll stay up a few extra hours and see if I can't gather any more intel using Hodgepodge and whatever else we can do. Everybody else get some rest.
I will be talking with Victoria about this as well.
Alright. So, make me, with the assistance of Hodgepodge, make me a investigation check. Because of Hodgepodge, you're not having disadvantage from doing this from very, very high up.
Are we both investigating, or because I'm also discussing battle strategies and stuff, what we're doing and so forth?
I'll say you're using a help action, so she would have advantage.
I thought
I was about to say, Sirris would be staying up, so could she help by bringing a Rinn coffee? That'd be a thing.
Yes, I will take whatever advantage I can get.
I'll grant a random modifier to that because of both people helping for this one.
Rock on. Oh, wait. It's a new day. I'm using my fate point.
You know what?
So, let's...
It's inspiration for too long. Have some inspiration.
What, are we doing investigation? Oh yeah. I can get... have a bardic inspiration dice, too.
Wait, what? Hold on. What do I have?
You have bardic inspiration. You have advantage.
Yes.
You can technically have guidance on yourself, I believe. Do you have that spell?
Yes, I can. Yes, I do.
Would Rinn
you technically have a
benefit
+1. What's that, Beren?
If I gave Rinn my inspiration, would she be able to use that at all?
Technically, yes, you can hand over people your inspirations if they need it.
Alright. Then yeah, I'll hand over my inspiration.
You can also
Holy crap.
Because she's gonna get a
So
lot.
technically, you can roll for advantage, and then whatever one's the highest one, you can keep, and then roll another one just to see if you get higher because of the inspiration if you want to use it.
Okay.
Or you can keep the GM inspiration for
So
another day.
I have a D4 for guidance. I've got, I feel like it's a D8. Am I wrong? What am I doing? Why do I
D8
have
for
a D8?
Bard, yes.
Bardic inspiration, yeah.
Right. Okay. I already rolled with advantage, so I'm already gonna go ahead and use my luck point for the day.
You don't have to use luck point if you don't want to. You can use DM inspiration for that instead.
I could.
Or you can
Yeah,
save
let's
it.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and use the DM inspiration just to save that luck point.
Just remember,
Technically
these
speaking-
aren't your lit.
The luck point can be
These
used
aren't-
on top of that too if you need to.
If I need it. I don't think I'm gonna need it.
One roll.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Okay. So, and there was another modifier on top of my original
+1.
modifier?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's what
Everyone
makes
is
my
helping.
investigation 6. So that's...
You should
Oh my
be able to bring
gosh.
it into the 30s at least.
Yeah! I think that's, hold
my
on, I have
goodness.
to math. I have to math.
Math! No!
It's a straight 30.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody.
So with
Well,
that,
fine.
you're kind of looking
You
at
have a battle tactician helping you.
I have a
basically
team.
using hodgepodge is basically like binoculars, essentially.
Yep.
You see that the place in question is a small farmhouse. The farmhouse seems to be by a woman and his wife, a man and his wife, and a couple kids seem to be there as well. And there seems to be a barn that's kind of set off, and you see there is currently appears to be 2 individuals that kind of appear out every so often and go back in. They appear, from what you can tell, with the 30, they appear to be renting out the barn for the night or whatever. And
Okay.
Hodgepodge confirms that the that farmhouse or the barn is basically where this person was sent.
Okay.
You don't see anyone else the entire time you're investigating other than those people. This village is kind of spread out a lot, so everyone got fairly decent plots of land. But the no one else approaches it. No one else exits. So yeah, so you know there are technically 4 people that live in the house, 2 kids and their mom and dad, and then 2 people that are currently living in the barn. Appears to be a man and a woman.
Okay. Well, this is going to take some tact.
Yeah, and Maribelle does a card reading as well. And in the final spread, which is the only part that matters, she's like Demon Lantern. Traps, tricks, sleight of hand, sleight of mind, true aligned. This is a trap.
Well, sounds about right at this point. We need
this?
to first and foremost to make sure that that family isn't... that they're okay, that we don't get them mixed up in all of this. They probably have zero idea of what they've gotten themselves into.
Hodgepodge
This
says,
could also be a front.
as a note, you should probably have a minimum amount of people, because more. If you arrive there with a small army, it could alert that you are suspicious of them.
Maribelle speaks up. Indeed, I was hoping that we would go with a stealth group.
Funny, I had a similar thought.
I'm also going to ask Victoria if I can borrow her glasses again for this mission.
I will ask her if you wish.
I already have over the earring.
Okay. Yeah. She, because of, basically she's going to say yes, she'll lend this to you until the entity is done. Because this has been very valuable to not get caught off unawares from this entity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so until we kill the entity, these are just my glasses now?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
Because...
Or at least until you can make your own.
Yeah, or until you can make your own. But, should I say, if you lose them or break them, you will owe her.
She's just like, I already intend to buy and pay for these, and of course, you're the one who pays me my salary, so technically, you know how this is going to go.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I want to know, who's all going?
Of course, Maribelle.
So-
If we're doing a
Maribelle.
stealth group, Seth technically has a better stealth.
Sirris has a personal stake in this.
Yeah, Sirris was already on Rinn's list
Would
of she's going.
Keep in mind, I suggest those who have been inoculated.
Yes.
Grail's been inoculated. Grail's going with you, so Rinn's going.
Yeah. Rinn's going because she
going.
kind of needs to go.
So,
She can
Sirris
watch from
wants-
above, but
Would Sirris want Lucky to go with him? Or with her?
Only if he offered.
Oh, I'm just asking. Helps me decide.
I have the ability to boost your skill checks, by the way.
And Seth's base stealth is like 11.
Maribelle speaks up and says, let's see, Sirris, Seth, me, you, Rinn, and who else would like to come along?
We should
Garthag
take
or
at least
Airmore?
one tank.
I would come.
Beren should come with us.
Would Beren be capable of
Is-
staying quiet and not getting seen, though?
I can talk
But
to
I
him
can
about
stick
that.
around.
And just remember, this time lives depend on us being stealth. So this is very
I understand.
Is Jay there?
Hmm.
He fall asleep.
did they fall?
Hey,
Was
word flail.
was
Yay!
Airborne inoculated, or was it just Garthag?
Airmore seems to be more stealthy.
Yeah,
Well,
he
I
was,
don't- I
but I
don't
want to make
remember if
sure,
he was
is he
inoculated.
inoculated?
Yeah, I believe he was.
No, he wasn't, because he
He
was
wasn't
in the
there.
main room when the entity showed
Yeah.
up. So he wasn't
He
inoculated.
was not, that's
Oh,
what
that
happened to
sucks.
Well, we have our tank.
We've
Yeah,
got
couple
two
tanks.
tanks with us now.
2 tanks, yeah.
So if things go really wrong. Jay, you there, buddy?
Jay.
Jade.
Rip.
Garthag. This is fine.
Well,
And Maribelle's like, alright, everyone
Quick,
have
spam
their
the fuck out of him. He'll wake up eventually.
In D&D, he won't hear it.
Oh man.
Rip.
Rip.
Maybe message him on Steam, that's all I can think. But either way.
So we
He's
have-
not on Steam.
Oh.
That's right. So we have one area's character at least, right?
yeah.
Yes.
And Maribelle would
This
make
will be our
sure to
team.
hand out all the non-detection amulets to everyone. Be like, does everyone have theirs?
We're inoculated.
No. Still
Non-detection.
need. Yeah.
Yeah, non-detection is still needed.
Alright, so you all have non-detection.
Okay, so what we need to do is have one team go check out the barn, see that situation. The other team needs to go talk to the farm family that has rented their barn out to terrible people.
So who's going where?
Maribelle's just like, I'm the best in a social situation, but I'm also the one that can make people invisible and see things that are important. Most importantly, see things that are important. She taps her glasses.
Rinn, do you think yourself a people person?
I would always consider myself a people person.
like handling the house?
I can handle the house. I was actually thinking about you and Maribelle and taking one of the tanks with you.
Maribelle speaks up and is like, also remember, Sirris knows this best. If we see something we don't think we can handle, we bamf out.
Yes.
I can do it once.
So, I assume Beren's gonna go with Sirris and Maribelle?
Sure.
Do you want the other 4 going, or do you want one more going with their group?
Maribelle would look at Seth.
Girl's going
like,
with Rinn.
Yeah, I'm following Rinn right now.
Maribelle would look to Seth and be like, "You're good at sneaking. How about while they're talking, you take a gander around the house?"
True, I could have him stealthing around outside the house.
Okay, so you're stealthing around the house. So you have 3.
Special skills stealthing.
Alright, make a stealth check, Seth.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
a
Seth
30.
also knows what the artifacts are and what to look for, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That is a 30.
What? Ooh!
Nice.
Boy!
Plus 11.
I will be right back real quick. I need the respiratorial.
Okay. Yeah, so you all lose the track of fuck Seth.
Yeah.
Before the other team just vanishes on me, I do cast guidance on Beren.
Alright.
Oh.
Beren, do you have guidance for next minute?
You have a D4 to stealth, basically.
Nice.
I'm granting that to you specifically so you can stealth better.
Okay.
Alright. We'll start with Rinn. This group.
Fantastic.
So you walk up. This is the next morning, by the way, so you have all your stuff back.
Yep. Cool.
You walk up and you see that currently there's a. Did you knock at the door, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
This gentleman, human, probably in his 840s. He kind of. Very rugged, very weathered skin. His skin wrinkled from the sun. Kind of goes, yeah, how may I help you?
Hi there. I'm terribly sorry to intrude. Do you mind if we come in? I have a question for you about your barn.
It's currently being rented out.
I'm aware of this. It's
Okay, I'm
about
back.
something.
You looking to rent it after they're done?
Something like that?
Alright. He kind of let you in.
Also, would it be possible for Maribelle to use her invisibility, get within... What's the range of the glasses?
30 feet.
Yeah, get within 30 feet just to make sure these guys aren't shadowy things.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Alright. That's
Seth,
a
I
natural
want
20.
you to make investigation for me.
Me?
Yeah. So, yeah. You look up there. The one that you see is human. He is what he appears.
For the record, I'm gonna say after he stealthed, he shifted for advantage on that.
Okay.
Since that's what they get.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Special.
Yeah. So that is a 21.
Alright.
All right.
Nice.
You find.
I'm going to use...
Sorry?
I'm going to use a 3rd level spell to have someone else be invisible with me. Who else needs to be invisible? Probably Beren.
Sure, I'll take it.
All right. So Baron's invisible.
Aaron does have a +5 to stealth, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, good to know. That's
Seth,
nice.
as you kind of sneak in without being anyone into the house without anyone knowing, you kind of skirt around, kind of using the shadows to your advantage. You see, from what you can tell with your investigation, this family is normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. You don't find any altars. They don't. If any part they would play in this is, they are not aware of it, at least.
Okay.
So they seem to be completely innocent bystanders in this whole situation.
And over the earring, Maribelle also tells Rinn, person you're talking to, not an entity, normal person.
Alright, so Rinn,
I kind of let everybody know the earring.
are you just talking them up to kind of get information, or?
I'm both. I want to first gauge to see how much he knows about these people in the barn, and if he obviously has zero idea, then I might gently tell him you may want to stay inside just for a minute.
Because you're getting information more vocally, I'd say make a persuasion check.
Okie doke.
And while this is happening, Maribelle goes back to the barn to help the others.
Yeah, this is all kind of happening simultaneously.
Persuasion, please. I'm using my luck point. Gosh dang it.
Luck points.
That's better. I like that better. That's a
Good thing I gave you the
19.
GM inspiration earlier.
19. Nice. Yeah, he goes, well, this isn't the first group that we've rented this out to, this was the most recent. The last group left a couple days ago. There was like 4 of them or so. A 5th if you include the lady that arrived. These 2 arrived about a day or so after. Kind of an odd group, like, guy especially, very energetic. Can't quite remember his name, to be very honest. He shouts it like it's dead, going out of style. But yeah, okay, we'll stay inside.
Just for a little bit. Hopefully, it's nothing. We just want to ensure some things, and I promise your family's perfectly safe.
Nods. While that's happening, I want the 3 of you to roll stealth. Maribelle, Sirris, and Beren. Beren,
Do
you
I
have
roll
advantage.
Alrighty.
Do I roll stealth again, or just reuse the stealth I already had?
Well, you can see it, no, you just get that one.
Yeah, so my
That is
27.
I still
Give
have guidance from Rinn, right?
You do
Yes,
have a
you
D4,
still.
and
Yes.
you have advantage.
Let me roll that d4.
What'd you get, Sirris?
9.
Inspiration on you, add that.
Yes, I'll allow it. Yeah.
That is a total of 26.
Beautiful!
Make that 10.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Sirris, you're the rogue.
Great.
Not dexterity. More charismatic.
Yeah, Maribelle would ask Sirris, since her and Beren are invisible, to kind of keep back and keep watch. Just in case.
Alright. Well, the door kind of opens and as you guys are watching, and too fast before Sirris to dunk out of the way. And you see a woman kind of peek out. A human woman, perfect, flawless skin, hair kept in a tight bun, this brown hair. She kind of looks just. There's no real expression to what she's looking. She's kind of staring, seeing only Sirris.
My glasses pick up anything about her?
She appears to be human.
Okay.
There's no, you're not seeing an entity or anything like that, or any different shape.
Oh, fuck it. I guess at this point I'm just gonna, I guess I'm just gonna, like, casually, like, wave and kind of walk towards him a bit. In a totally non-threatening manner.
They back in a little bit. The door's still open. They're kind of holding it, and it should be, like, out of view of kind of talking to someone. and the door flies open.
Hmm.
And you see a man, human, a handlebar mustache that kind of curls off to the sides, his hair kind of long and kind of ragged. Looks like he's been on the road a fair bit, black in color. Eyes these hazel, and he's wearing tattered but kind of fancy looking clothes.
Hmm.
And he goes, "Ah, guests! Or guest. One. Single. If only there was more."
That'd be my opportunity to sneak in.
I see you kind of stealth in. You and Beren easily can get in because the door's wide open at this point.
Alrighty.
I'll assume you'll tell me if anything seems off with my glasses.
I'll go ahead and follow in, but I'm not going to move too far away from Sirris. I want to make sure that if anything happens, I can help.
At this point,
Yes.
Rinn, I assume you're leaving? Your group's leaving out?
Yes.
After telling them to lay low?
Yeah, just to stay in the house just for a little bit. Promise everything's fine. And I'm also going to make sure Seth rendezvous with us over at the barn.
Are you staying in your form, Seth?
No, he'll switch back.
Alright, so you two, or you four, technically, only you see Sirris, don't see the other two. And you see this man and this woman. The woman just kind of standing behind him, expressionless, silent. And he goes, "Ah, more guests!"
Yes. Exactly.
Oh,
Sorry,
forgive me,
we were a bit behind.
Oh, forgive me. Name's Bernadette Alex.
I was about to ask, and I saw you already typing. Bless you. Thank you.
Let me know when I can
this is
do my
Julia.
investigation perception thing.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Please come in. Julia. Prepare, I guess.
18.
And she starts heading in. As you're looking around, you see there is a. Looks like someone had cleaned it up recently, but there is a pile of ash kind of been dumped into a trash can, and you find some papers in there.
I'll definitely take a look at those. I assume there's no other hidden areas for me to look for.
There's not really any hidden areas in this place. The things you find with that is the one paper. Looks like they were trying to be burned, but they weren't completely. You see an invite to a party held by the Northstrongs.
Oh boy.
You see
I'm also sending this information to everyone.
a request for what you appear to be the artist, but doesn't actually mention the artist specifically, for a individual who made to look like it says any head noble lady and skilled with a dagger.
Oh no.
As well as can be easily controlled. And there is another piece of paper that most of it is burned away. There's only one does not go away. It's just the edges kind of fringed. You see the word "my lady." There's only those words there.
Oh boy.
Currently, it's been like kind of put away in a corner of this whole bin and all that.
She's just like, Maribel's like, that's probably the command word. Whoever's under this is probably commanded by the word "my lady." Just keep that in mind.
So he's inviting you inside, and he's told Julie to make tea, who's currently, you watch as that woman, as you're looking around, you see her currently making tea with whatever she can.
Does she look kind of like a head noble type thing, or is she just a regular girl? And is there anyone else in here?
She doesn't look like one that you would recognize, and there's no one else in here. You don't really know a lot of the head noble families by look.
Could I like roll a history check?
Would I know any?
Yeah, actually, Rinn would have better luck at that. Make a history check, Rinn.
Oh boy. Oh boy, and I already used my luck point. Oh, say a lot of prayers, y'all.
Can I try and give her help? Because I probably studied nobility here. Just so I could get a grasp of the political structure.
Yeah, through the arena, I'll allow a help action. So, you have advantage.
Cool. Thank you.
And I can inspire you if you need it.
I don't. That's 18.
18? Alright.
Yeah.
No. She does not look like any noble
Okay.
lady.
Maybe you did need that inspiration. Oh well.
How does Sirris look at the moment?
She's okay.
Okay.
By all appearances, anyway.
Yeah. So he's kind of like motioning you to enter in. I know it's not much, but life on the road, right?
Right.
There's nothing else, no one else that I see. And did Rinn inform us that there were other people with this guy?
I probably relayed the information, yes, about previous days past before these two arrived.
Yeah.
And now there's people missing, apparently.
Well, they apparently left before these two arrived.
Okay.
So, he's actually just entered in at this point and kind of sitting down.
Mm-hmm. I've taken Sirris by the arm just to kind of walk in casually. Lady's going to tea.
I know one thing Maribelle would do. She would get out of earshot and whisper to Victoria all the information that she just got, because she knows Victoria could make better use of this than she can in this situation. Especially with the whole noble and knife thing.
And he's kind of like sitting down. He goes, "You gotta try this. Julia makes the best tea. Really, she does."
Well, I'm sure we would love to try it, and I'm already, as a player, just so nervous about this tea.
I mean, if anything, Sirris would have the best luck with it because resistance to poisons.
She sets a cup in front of everyone, and he kind of he starts sipping it, but he doesn't like down or anything like that. He's just sipping it.
I mean, tea.
But he's not.
Fuck it. Sirris is gonna bite the bullet on this.
All right. Make a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just kidding. It's just literally just tea.
Bless. Bless. So paranoid.
Behind, just. Oh yeah. He looks at you and goes, "You seem stressed."
Oh, I mean,
Can I insight the girl just to see if I can get a read on her?
Go ahead. Give it a shot.
I am as stressed as any one normal person would be, I suppose.
I can help you with that if you want.
How would you be able to help me with that?
17.
Julia's a really good masseuse.
I got a 17.
I mean, she's not, doesn't seem hostile or anything like that. She just seems to remain silent. And whatever he says, she just kind of nods or...
She's definitely got the made by the artist feel to her.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Or
or just
slave
someone who's obedient at least.
She's definitely given Maribelle the
have
bad
an idea.
mojo.
Yes.
I would love to hear your idea before
which
I
of
have
us here
mine.
looks the most noble?
How well known is Rinn as opposed to Sirris?
I mean, they're probably both equally well known, but he doesn't seem to have recognized.
No.
All right, based on usual attire, who looks like the most noble of our
Ooh.
current?
I would say technically by that point, probably Sirris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rinn's a little
we can put to test the whole my lady thing.
We could. If you relay this plan to Rinn, we can make this work.
She does.
All right.
Remember,
Okay.
like, be careful
Julia,
not to tip him off.
Why don't you give her one of your shoulder massages? That'll loosen her up. Nods and starts approaching you, Rinn.
I don't stop her, but I do look over to Sirris and go, "How's the tea for you, my lady?"
Oh, quite nice.
She kind of starts massaging you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel a lot looser, like very quickly.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
You are not kidding, my good sir.
She's been with me for years.
How long have you been living here in the barn?
Only, I think a few days now? I honestly lost track. Julia. Maternal. And she nods and walks off and grabs one of the journals and a journal and hands it to him. Let's see.
Oh. That probably would have been something Maribelle would look for if you said there were books and stuff.
There are books that weren't quite noticeable until she picked them up.
She only picked up one, and now I can see the others.
You can see where she's got them stashed, and they're actually stashed on her person.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she kind of pulls from like a sleeve essentially and pulls it on. He goes, let's see, 5 weeks ago. It's too far back. 3 days ago, I was dressed as a whale dancing. No, wait, this is my dream girl.
Can I stand over his shoulder and kind of just read what he's looking at?
Yeah, you give me a perception check.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh boy. I'm
That's
sure
not,
this is fine.
That doesn't suck.
Do you ever feel like you're that party that's just dancing around this one thing that's probably nothing at all and it's just a lead to something else that you should be following?
24.
24. You see, before he shuts it, I was dancing dressed as a whale in order to impress the lords and ladies of Alexandria.
Oh!
And you get the sense that this is definitely a dream journal. And this guy is a bit crazy.
She
I mean-
shares that mentally.
He shuts it. Your journal. He pulls it out and goes, start going through it. Yes. A few days. 3 days, I believe it's there. Right here.
What do I see from that thing?
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
he seems to have, like, write down, or seems everything that, there's a lot of notes of, like, I've been here, and the ones that he's pulled up to, he seems to have traveled from the, Sullen lands, at least from this page that he's brought up to, and he's currently gone, basically straight, not on the roads. He's currently making his way down toward Vicmere, it looks like. That seems to be his current destination.
Remember also over the earrings to Seth goes, he's probably got more books in there. Care to see what's in there?
I mean, you could, but they'd have seen him by this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't exactly stealth in.
You can always excuse yourself.
Where's he gonna go? It's a barn.
You excuse yourself, disappear, and, you know.
I thought you said the books were on her person, though, so how is he...
Yeah, they're on her person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking Seth to sleight of hand the girl.
I could.
Because he loves lifting things off people.
I could. I
don't
guess.
know.
I would...
That would be real tricky.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sirris is having the
I've
thoughts.
got that feeling.
Aside from those burnt things, what are the odds it was more looking for the previous tenant?
I'm kind of getting that feeling, too.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe, but this guy and his... I want to call this lady a servant at this point. Seems strange to me.
He's gonna now finish the tea. He goes, So, what brings you all to my current residence?
Oh, well, we were actually, believe it or not, we're actually late meeting up with some friends of ours. Apparently, they must have left without us. They were here, they were the tenants of this barn just before you were.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't suppose you know anything.
Random thing, earpiece to Rinn. Rinn remembers the mark on Sirris's back, right?
The what?
The snakes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I do.
Would it be a good idea to ask him if he's seen it, like if the people behind them left any pages behind with that symbol?
Yes. Actually, I will ask him that if they left anything behind for them, if they left any papers behind that they need to see.
Oh, well, the only thing they've left was a mess, which I had Julia clean up. There's a bunch of ashes. That's right about it.
Pity.
There's probably no way for me to check and see if Julia has that mark on her.
Not without disrobing her.
Or doing a nice little lean-in peek and hope you don't get caught.
Essentially, yes.
I wish you luck with that.
He goes, Julia, it's... what time is it? She kind of leans in and whispers. You guys don't have a problem with feet, do you?
Seth gives a weird look.
Suddenly, Garthag wakes up to feet.
Hi, Garthag.
Shakes his head. Good. Come in. And he kind of takes his shoes off and puts them up, and she starts like essentially removing the calluses from the bottom of his feet with a porous stone.
Maribelle over the earring says, ask him more about Julia and their relationship. How this is.
Yeah. How long have you and Julia been together?
She's been with me, I think, 5 years now. It's been honestly way too long.
Where on earth did you ever find her?
Actually on the streets, up in the, I want to say Griffon, or is it Veteran? The two. She was just wandering, and I asked her, like, what are you doing? And she said absolutely nothing. So then I asked, would you like to work for me? She just simply nodded. And then I asked, what's your name? She said absolutely nothing. So I said, well, I gotta call you something. And I thought, I said, how about Julia? And she just nodded.
Huh.
Almost want to insight, but my insight is shit.
I'll insight that.
I mean, I
Also
could.
don't
It's a
have a whole
plus
lot.
7.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to insight check, may insight check.
Okay.
I'll give Seth inspiration on that insight check.
Probably not
Okay.
gonna
I
do
rolled
it.
this for the hell of it, but that's a natural fucking 20.
All right.
Beautiful.
Oh, jeez.
Natural 20,
23.
23.
Is that with inspiration?
That's without inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I'm currently looking at a plan.
Nope.
He's
Beren's trying to
telling us-
stay. I'm just gonna
Oh,
keep
fuck, I burnt to
as
that
still
20.
as I can and just wait for orders.
You're actually doing pretty good with that drag. That was a confirm something. And Mary was like, okay, well, maybe question him further. She seems strange.
Can I... I don't know if this would work.
All yours.
Opinions before I do the stupid.
You're asking to look at her shoulder, aren't you?
Ask if he has a
No.
mark
I was actually thinking about casting Charm Person on her. If there's another charm, we will find out.
Oh no.
And it could break it.
Mary says, save the charm for now. Ask him if she has a mark on her.
We might not find that out.
He seems, based on what you guys
He's
have
kind of
told
just
me,
like
seems
leaning
honest.
back, just like.
Look, as forthright as he has been, what we need to know is what's in Julia's head, because she's not said a word since we got here.
Oh, I could always cast suggestion, but that's not a good idea, probably.
Let me try. Okay.
We can
And
go
because
for the-
this is a warlock spell, it's gotta go to the warlock spell slot, correct, Fluffy? That's the rule?
Technically, no.
Technically, no?
No. You can use other spell slots, but
Fantastic.
your warlock spell slots come on back on short rest. So two of your third level spells come back on short rest.
Okay.
Whatever it is. Because I believe you're a 5th level warlock, right?
Am I? Yeah, I'm a 6th level warlock.
Okay, so yeah, so 2 of them would come back as a short rest, but the rest of your spell slots
Right.
won't come back in long
And
rest.
Maribelle would speak up and say, by the way, casting a spell, they're gonna notice verbal somatic components.
I can be sneaky about it.
Make a sleight of hand check. Or stealth.
Mhm.
Can I try to help with the suspiciously timed sneeze of distraction?
Sure. Make a help action. He's also himself really fucking distracted.
Okay.
He's just, like really into this.
Crap.
Essentially,
This is
like
gonna go
she's just rubbing this
poorly.
the rock against
Sorry,
the
hold
skin.
on, my PDF is screwed the pooch.
This is charm person at 3rd level.
Maribelle would also ask, does anyone else have detect magic that isn't also invisible right now? That would help.
Nope.
I think I do, but it's a cleric spell, and I'd have to prepare it, and I did not. I prepared 3 other spells.
Or are you casting it at 1st level? I'm asking.
I don't feel like I need to cast it on him. Unless that would help me in the stealth sleight of hand situation.
I mean, it won't until after if it takes effect.
That's fair.
If he notices it, you have advantage.
Yeah. Can I make the decision on what level to cast it after I roll the stuff? No. Okay.
Once you try it, you're committed.
Well, I might as well go 3rd level just to be on the safe side, so it covers both of them, and that way it covers my butt in case everything goes
I mean, you can
wrong.
cast it at 2nd level, and it'll only target them too.
I don't have any
Oh,
2nd level
we
spell
lost one
slots.
Yeah, you just got lost. So yeah, 3rd level.
Yeah.
All right, so he's
Yeah.
gonna make a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm also going to still make that sleight of hand. just to kind of. Okay.
She also.
Yeah, I'll take the 18.
Let's see, perception checks. That's a 10 for him. That's a 15 for her. So the effect was staying back. They didn't seem to notice. They were both harmed by you.
Fan-flippin-tastic. Anything different about Julia?
She's still doing what she was doing.
Julia, can I ask you a question? Can you speak? Can you say your name? Why not if you can speak?
Don't know it.
Ask her if she has a mark. Maribelle says it with the earring.
Do you have a mark on your back?
No.
Okay.
Ask her for her life story.
You know, she's looked at you, but she's still doing what she was doing the entire time.
Mm-hmm. You like traveling with him? Do you remember anything from the papers you cleaned up the other day?
Shakes her head.
Okay. Did you keep any of the papers?
She just kind of stops for a second. She points to the bin. Everything I cleaned up is in there.
That's the one I already checked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, thank you both so much for your hospitality. I think we should be going now, actually.
At this point, she is finished, and he's putting his boots back on and goes, wait a second. You're an adventuring group, aren't you?
Say that again?
You're an adventuring group, right?
Ah, yes! Called it. So very perceptive of you.
You need anything?
I don't
certainly help
know.
with whatever it is you need. Got any problems, like anything at all?
Well, we are trying to locate our friends that were here just before us. Mostly.
Julia the bag.
Ask him what he can offer. He seems suspicious now.
We're about to find out.
And Julia walks over and kind of moves a hay bale that didn't look like it was disturbed at all. He kind of pulls the hay off it and picks up a bag. Very well hidden. Well hidden, actually.
Mundane things. My glasses can't help me with that shit.
And she lifts this sack that's probably this burlap, probably 3 feet in diameter, filled with something, or a lot of things. It sounds like. She kind of brings it over and sets it down. She doesn't seem to have any issue carrying it.
I'm definitely trying to peek inside that.
He kind of. He's like right over top of it, going like this.
I'm just staring over his shoulder, like,
You see a lot of junk. A lot. Finding someone, now that's a difficult thing. Really it is. Now if you said you wanted to heal someone, I could do that. If you wanted to poison someone, I could technically do that. Just keeps reaching.
Well.
Pulls up this like glass with like a red liquid in it. Goes, no, you're not that. Goes over everyone. Goes, it's like a blue liquid. Not sure what that does.
Can I identify any of this?
Do you sell potions?
Yeah, they're potions. He goes, yeah, yes, I do sell potions and other gizmos and gadgets.
What's the red one do? That you put down.
Well, this one? It wouldn't help you at all for finding anyone. Unless you're trying to find
No,
someone.
but we're still interested.
Someone? Make an Arcana check, by the way.
I'll roll that. Yay! A number that doesn't suck. $24.
The blue one is an underwater breathing potion.
Nice.
The red one that he pulled out, kind of like shaked his head and put it away, is technically a love potion.
Technically, I love potions.
Yes.
I'm already curious about it.
I'm not relaying that one, and the last one I especially relay to Seth.
He's like, oh, I mean...
How much is that one?
This one?
In fact, let me do something. I imagine I had to tell everyone that I know what the red potion is, so I'm gonna try and deceptively let Seth know what it is without saying it.
You could also just send him a single.
Tell Seth, yes.
Yeah, I'd probably
and
do
then tell us
that.
something
Technically,
different.
what you say technically? What's the technically part?
No, it is. I'm like, because you rolled really well.
Okay.
He goes,
Because Rinn has no idea what it is.
Are you guys part of a
She
group?
kind of goes, for friends.
What was that?
Oh yeah, and for also no, I wouldn't say that.
Are you guys part of a group or anything?
Yes, technically.
Then I'll make you a deal. I will sell this to your friend for mere minor 50 gold.
Okay.
However, I would like you to introduce me to your This could be
Which
a
friend?
part of a beautiful relationship.
Oh, I'm so sure Rinn is trying to keep track of how much time has passed since she cast Charm Person, because she knows in an hour they might not be so friendly.
And he's like, you see, I've been kind of down on my luck. If I could get into your group, I could sell them things, set up an actual shop instead of having Julia lug this very, very heavy bag around.
You guys know what I still have?
What do you still have?
Lusty wizard business cards.
Do your thing.
Well, we can get you in touch with purveyor of other magical goods. Pulls out one of the cards and holds it out for, I'm assuming, Julia to take to show him.
Julia kind of takes it and walks over to him, takes it and goes, as interesting as it would be to go on business with someone else, I'm kind of a lone wolf when it comes to business, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Self-made man.
Maribelle speaks quietly up to Victoria and is like, you've probably been listening in a little bit to this, thanks to my new invention. What are your thoughts on this person?
Seems harmless.
He's certainly got some interesting equipment that we could probably make use of.
I'll have Hodgepodge. I've been having Hodgepodge run a background on him. He doesn't have any criminal background, so yes. If he's willing to sell to us, wouldn't be bad.
I guess I'll make myself known then.
Are you dropping visibility?
No. I'm gonna, over the earring, say to Beren, step outside with me. And then I drop invisibility, walk up towards the door, and knock as I enter.
Holy for holy, I'll never guess.
I'll walk right with her.
Yeah, and she's like, hello. So this is where you guys went. Hi, I'm Maribelle Janice Montour, and boy do I have a deal for you. You mentioned you like to sell things, right?
Yes, and I'm currently making a deal with one of your friends here.
Oh, yes. And they just happen to be a member of the organization I'm a part of, who would be very interested in your wares.
Yep, introduce me, and this will be yours for 50 gold. He points to Seth.
Okay.
And she just flicks the earring. Or, no, she doesn't flick the earring. She just, onto Victoria and saying out loud, it is done.
Oh, all right. Julia, we're leaving.
Oh, this is going to go so well.
Julia takes the bag, kind of picks it up, puts kind of like, you hear it.
Remember when we used to be a super secret organization?
Yep.
We still technically are.
As we
We're
introduce
just a super
everybody.
secret organization with a castle in the sky.
Any thing I need to know about your group? And he, Julia? And she picks him up too.
Maribelle, I'm assuming a hodgepodge is about to arrive any minute now.
Well, your sky skier is going to pick you up, yes.
Okay, so we're bringing it back on the sky skier.
Finish everything up here. I'm going to go let the family know that everything's fine. And if they have a way to send a message to us, they should.
And over the earring, saying out loud to him, so that Victoria's also listening in, I'll be like, we have a manager who will speak to you and discuss terms and etiquette and what's expected.
All right. And you let them know, the family know, and the Skyster picks you guys up. About part way up, this charm ends.
Yep, there it goes.
Can I roll my persuasion check now to try and calm him down?
Julia just kind of shakes her head and then looks at you, Rinn. And Bernadette also kind of shakes his head. Ha! Magic! That's fucking fabulous.
I apologize. There's been some incidents recently that I was ensuring that neither you nor Julia specifically were under the charm of someone else.
Oh. Technically this is under a term of you, but that's no. Hey, I can't complain. I'm about to go into some business.
Very, very true.
Julia, mark this down.
I'm about to be broke, is all Seth comments.
Good thing Maribelle's the one that walked in and made the deal. That way it wouldn't seem, as double dealing if Rinn did it. That might raise some questions.
Yeah, that put up some questions like yeah, so he flies up, is basically told that this is a private organization and he can't go spouting this out.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially he says a shop kind of quite quickly with the help of the hodgepodges on the surface. And he walks up to you, Seth, says, well, here's the deal.
Yep, he hands over his 50 gold and he's literally broke now.
I can't believe you did that. I am honestly in shock.
Oh, and he's good with sleight of hand, so good luck with that.
Oh boy.
Maribelle might be. Maribelle might
Nowhere
be a
is there
fox.
safe at present, not even your coffee maker.
And use
I
all his
hate
Maribelle
stuff.
might be a fox girl, but she sure knows how to use a wolfish grin.
Yeah.
Rinn doesn't know what the potion is. She didn't look too closely at it. It was a red liquid. She probably assumed it was a healing potion and moved on with her day.
Yep, he has not said anything.
It
'Cause
costs
he-
as much as a healing potion too, so that makes it even better.
Well, at least with this current deal.
Yeah.
Or normally.
Rinn would actually pull Maribelle aside and get all the details from the stuff she found in the trash.
Yeah, Maribelle probably collected it too, just to have physical evidence.
Yeah. So you see these images and such like that, and the word and all that.
She says,
Okay.
I've already forwarded all the information to Victoria. Hodgepodge is on it.
Remind me, Fluffy, the North Star family.
Norstrong. Yep.
Norstrong, yeah. Where are they based?
They are based in Vilkmere in the south near Wow. They are a head noble family.
Mm-hmm. Huh. This is fine. I'm gonna have to speak to my sister.
Yeah, this is a plot against one of the noble families. This is certainly a high-class job now, and Victoria knows that.
Good. I'm gonna have to make arrangements. This
Yeah,
is
you're the
not.
noble here.
This just got. This just got way more complicated.
On the bright side, we at least have a lead now, and we know what we're having to plan for. So
Yes,
can
but we
do
don't know
something
what
about it.
lady she's going to look like.
We have more than we did yesterday.
That's fair.
So
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, also, since I've collected all the ashes, I'm also going to see if I can't use the mending trick to try and repair any of this.
cast mending, and you repair a few pieces of paper. Not hard.
It's like technically everything's still there, so I might be able to restore some of it from ash.
Yeah, you do. You have, depending on how many times you do this, for each minute of casting, you have one more blank sheet of paper.
Oh, so the words that were written on it don't come back.
Nope.
Special ink?
No, ink is not restored when it is mended. Only the item is.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering, because like,
Because the ink is added onto it afterwards. You're restoring the paper.
Alright, well in that case,
On it, maybe.
in that case, being a tinkerer, I would know that this wouldn't work, and I wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah. And with
Unless
that,
I knew there was a way for me to piece it off.
I think we'll call it.
We
It's
gotta
2
figure
o'clock
out
in the
what
morning.
Seth's gonna do with that now.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Gosh.
fun. Don't worry, he's got all kinds of other gizmos and gadgets.
I'm sure.
guy-
I'm sure this is fine.
I can tell you guys a lot of stuff.
I'm glad we found him.
Yeah.
I'm sad we were paranoid for like a good half hour on him before we finally got to the good stuff.
Signed him to be make you paranoid.
I'm about to make a pun. Evil.
I mean, to be fair, he's like, I'm like, they're looking for a slave girl who is the slave. He's got a person who basically just obeys his every word.
Yeah.
That's gonna draw their suspicion. Good.
Yeah. Good job. That did the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, now we have to dress up and go to a fancy party, y'all.
Okay.
Yep. How are you gonna infiltrate this party? That'll be fun. It's like
Ugh.
a party, by the way.
Alright, so
Yeah.
So
I know Sirris and I can probably pull strings and get in. Maybe Garthag could too, depending on his level of whatever he's got.
Lucky might
Ah.
be able to, too.
Maribelle
Yeah.
may, but she's kind of a religious. She's noble in the religious sector, so she would have to.
yeah.
Yeah, and in a
Be pretty-
different continent.
I'd say easily lucky, Sirris and Rinn can get in easily. The other ones might have to infiltrate either a more stealthy way or as part of the staff.
Or we have +1s, y'all.
Does that... meanwhile, out of character, in character, Maribel was like, does that mean I have to get a maid dress?
We'll discuss that later.
Maribel's really good at doing the subservient maid thing.
That's
So,
fun.
I want to do a quick thank
But-
you to V for 900 bits and a tier 3 sub.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Oh,
V, you amazing person.
I know he's still here. I see him lurking in the chat.
Hi, buddy. Thanks for coming out and thanks for
Oh,
laughing.
yeah, thank you. That was... I'm trying to look where it
I'm-
was, but I don't see it. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, that hurts.
Too much going on.
I'm gonna have to go back and do some clippage.
Yeah. As a note, again, Sundays are my session, and Sunday nights is fire session.
Yup. Lady Crumps, we've got some feels going on.
nice.
Yep, join Lady Crumbs, bring your puns, make Aspire get hydrated.
Literally, I will have all of the water ready to go, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
But yeah, this is an interesting character. I love how he turned out. I'm looking
He's
forward to future
fantastic.
interactions.
This'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm already upset.
Also, do I technically mark down that I've handed it a business card?
Yeah, you can mark down you handed out a business card. He has it. But
If
so
he
you
uses
have-
it, that's up to him.
then be promoted.
I mean, you never know. When he gets low on wares, he might be looking for a supplier.
We're about to go to a party. We can do some major promotion.
Yeah, and what was
That
Wares.
fancy noble gathering. Here, take this card for the lusty wizard.
Yeah.
Look, coming from Sirris, that ain't that strange.
Yeah, true. She's her noble is more known as, hey, this is the one person who became a noble and turned their house into a brothel.
Yeah.
So
this is
that's what she's known for so far.
this is a noble that'll show you a good time if you pay well.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to convince my sister to let me go in her stead, because she probably would have been invited. Ooh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh boy.
Also, was the noble party mentioned in the papers? I kind of spaced out a little and skimmed
Yes,
over some of the details.
the noble
Okay.
party was. From what you guys are piecing together, it seems like whatever's going to happen is going to happen at this party.
All right, Maribel. Okay, so we know all that.
Assassinations.
And apparently, whoever this is this person that's been sold by the artist, looks like one of the noble family's ladies. Any single one of the head ones.
Lovely.
So,
Alright.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Great.
Yeah.
And we can rule out a couple of them at least. We can roll
As
out
long
one
as
of
they
them at least.
as long as they remain on base, sure.
Well, I guess on the bright side, if they're one of the
Oh.
head nobles, we can totally get away with just calling everyone my lady.
Well, yeah. Also, the important. Maribel's going to bring it up to Victoria, and one thing be like, should we let the other noble heads know about?
No. No. Absolutely not.
She's saying that directly to Victoria over the earring.
Victoria's going to echo that, because if they're in league with this, that could tip them off. If they're not, that could tip people off that they were caught.
All
It's-
right.
A big
Just
old
asking
spider
her.
web.
She's just like,
Yeah.
well, that explains the demon lantern and the plot's employee cards. It might spread. We at least need to tip off the ones that are within our organization.
Agreed. So Vi has been made aware of that situation. She's
Yeah.
also one of the ones that was invited. Where Lilia are we going?
Oh,
Multiple occasions.
I was actually gonna ask them if they might abstain this one time to help us narrow down who they could be looking like,
And Maribelle would actually probably go to
unless they
Vi.
arrive with us.
One thing
Right.
Maribel's going to do with Vi is be like, you know all the other noble heads, yes?
Eh.
You would know what to look for if one of them was behaving strangely.
Yeah, I imagine.
She shares all the information she has. The lady seems to be a specific word that has meaning.
Alright. And with that, I will say myself, goodbye!
Yes.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Have a good
I
one.
love this session so much. I love it.
It was great.